Jared Van Fossen for the Redskins. He's all the way up to right around the Monroe Central 47-yard line. It's 4th down. Looks like the Redskins are going to go for it. Timeout, and Monroe Central wanting to talk things over. 8:11 left here in the first. Still 0-0. It's 4th down. Early in the ball game, kind of a risk.
Caldwell was coming up to the line very quickly. That they were going to run a play without any type of a huddle, and Monroe Central got a quick timeout there. Didn't want to get caught off guard, a little flat-footed, maybe with the wrong defensive personnel out there. So a good job by, Coach Jonathan Calder and his defensive coordinator Marcus Shoemaker down there to be aware of that. And say it's about 4th and about 3 yards to go. But Caldwell was going to try to go to a quick count there and try to catch Monroe Central flat-footed.
I'll tell you what, if Monroe Central is able to stop this, Seminole offense is going to have the football in very, very good field position. So, and I'm sure that's something that Monroe Central coach Jonathan Calder is, he'd like to have the ball near the 50-yard line.
Well, now after the timeout, the question would be, will Coach Rucker come back out with his offense? And it looks like they are doing that.
Yeah, well, one thing you have to remember about that is number 28, Cale Bender, is also the punter. So he can drop back and punt.
And you're also in a situation here, could they go to a hard count and try to draw the defense offside?
They may do that.
But Bender's up under center.
He is.
And it's a long count.
There's a jump.
And no flag.
Got him. No flag.
He
didn't cross. Oh, and one of the Caldwell linemen moves. So that's going to cost the Redskins 5. I'm sure now they're going to punt.
Coach Rucker is beside himself over it. Once he thought maybe he had gotten movement from the defense, and he was right in the official's ear, but there was no call there, and then a Caldwell player moved.
I'm right on the line, and I'm looking down between the line. He did get some movement, but I don't know if it was enough. I don't think that he encroached into the neutral zone. So I think that is why there was no call made. He jumped, but he didn't jump quite far enough. So now Bender is back to punt and back deep to receive for the Seminoles. Let's see.
Carter Knowlton.
Number 80, Carter
82, Carter
Knowlton. Thank you very much, sir. All right, here we go. The punt by Bender is a good one, long and high, and a fair catch called for on the 21-yard line. So Monroe Central will have it there, 1st and 10, and we get a chance to take a look at the Seminoles offense.
Now that's not a real long punt there. It's about 30 yards, but high, no return. So high school ball, you'll take that. So now junior quarterback Tucker Howe will lead the Seminoles out here.
This is really his second year quarterbacking, isn't it?
Yes, it's his second year as a starter, but as some Monroe Central fans will know, he was ill at the beginning of the practice sessions in August. He had some case of mono, and he missed both of the 2 Monroe Central scrimmages in the preseason, plus a couple of weeks of practice time.
All right, and as Tucker Howe, number 1, is the quarterback in the shotgun formation for the Noles. Here we go. Howe with the football. He deeks, and it's a straight quarterback keeper right up the middle of the field, and flag comes into the middle. It's going to be a nice gain of probably right around 8 yards, but we've got to see what that laundry is all about. That comes in from a spot usually holding.
Yeah, come from the umpire in there, and I would think it is probably holding, and that is the case. It is a holding call against Monroe Central. And as you said, about 8 or 9 yard gain there by Howe on a straight keeper. So that will back up inside the 20-yard line now. That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul since it occurred beyond the line of scrimmage. So it puts it back about the 18-yard line.
Boy, that hurts. If you're the Seminoles, that's exactly the kind of start that you would like to see against the defense like Caldwell. Playing well, you want your team to have some confidence, and a nice gain on 1st down, but a holding call takes that all away.
8 or 9 yard pickup on 1st down is always key.
All right. Howe, the quarterback, under center this time, straight ahead to give. Not a whole lot of room there. Looks like that is number 20 with the football to me, or is it 21? Trying to say there's a lot at number 20.
Phillips.
Yeah.
He get about a yard or 2 on the play.
So that's going to bring up maybe 3 on the play. Let's see, it's going to bring up a 2nd down, let's call it 11 for the Seminoles. 7:12 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 the score. First possession for Monroe Central. Tucker Howe back in the shotgun formation again. Long count, the snap. Howe's got it. Again, they're going to run that quarterback draw. Howe's going to take it off to the left side. Finds a little bit of room out there. It's going to be a gain of right around 5 on the play. I think it's going to get him out to right around the 24-yard line.
They're just not able to get outside there. Not able to tell for sure who come up from Caldwell on that side, but they did a good job of containing and not allowing Howe to get the outside and use his speed. So 3rd
and 7 now. So, yes. And I'll tell you what, Howe has shown he's not afraid to run, not afraid to tuck the ball under and run. You've seen him already a few times, I'm sure, and he's got some good size and good speed.
A good athlete out there. He has had a couple tremendous years on the basketball court, so he's a very good athlete.
Howe back in the shotgun. He's back. He's looking. Got some pressure. Spins away. Now he runs upfield to the 30, and he's going to run out of bounds. If he didn't get it, he's awful close. Let's see where they mark it.
I think it is a first down.
It is a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Seminoles.
They signaled.
They're signaling, but let's see. I think they're marking it at the 31. I'm not sure. No, they're going to say that's good. First down.
We're going to get a stoppage. I think the problem is here, the one official signaled
first down,
but now the officials, and the chains move.
And the chains move, so they have no idea. So they're just going to go ahead and say first down, our mistake. So, and the chain crew did what they were supposed to do. First down was signaled. They went ahead and moved.
The official on this near side waved his hand, for the chain to move, so the chains moved.
All right.
But that will be a first down for Monroe Central. Nice run there by Howe.
Tucker Howe up under center this time. I formation, the snap, the fake. Tucker rolling right. Now he's got to come back inside. Forces a throw. That's picked off. Number 14, Gavin Leak with a football for the Redskins. Caldwell has the football in Monroe Central territory. Gavin Leak undercutting the receiver and picking that ball off. Some good anticipation that time by the Caldwell secondary.
Real nice job there, but some good pressure. How much? Did not see for sure who it was. It might have been Croc that put some good pressure on there and kind of forced Howe to throw the ball under pressure. But as you say, Leak did a nice job there of making that play. A little bit of a return. So now Caldwell, first down at the 25-yard line on the game's first turnover.
All right, Redskins in Seminoles territory. Cale Bender, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Here we go. The snap, the give straight ahead. That is Wheeler. He's going to take it down to right around the 20-yard line.
Dalton Phillips had him wrapped up and brought him down there at the 21-yard line where they'll pick up 4 yards by Wheeler.
I still don't think, the Redskins to this point are not exactly gashing the Seminoles on that one side of the line.
Yep.
They're picking up nice gains.
But, not a lot other than the pass play on the first possession, which went for about 17 yards in first down. Seminole defense has held their own in here in this first half of the first quarter.
All right, man in the pistol, that's Wheeler. There's a pass to the outside. That is number 3, Hunter Parks with the football. Parks has it down to right around the 10-yard line. So a nice job that time by Cale Bender getting the ball out to one of his receivers in the flat, and some yards after catch on that run by Hunter Parks.
Looks like an 11-yard pickup, and that will be a first down. Just this little short swing out there, and as you say, some nice yardage after the catch. They put the chains down, so it's ball's at the 10-yard line. It is first and goal.
Caldwell Lumber, first and goal. Cale Bender, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Doesn't have anybody in the backfield with him this time. They've got receivers spread all over the field. Bender rolling to the right side. He's going to tuck it under and run. He's down to the 5. They're going to stack him up there right around the 5-yard line. Good pursuit that time by the Seminoles defense as they spotted Bender and pinned him on the sidelines as he tried to run to the short side of the field.
Yeah, he was able to get outside there. He gets down inside the 5 to about the 4, so that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup for Bender on first down, so that brings up second and goal.
Bender in the shotgun again. Nobody in the backfield with him. Long count, the snap. There it is. Bender's got it. Looking, guns it over the middle. He's got a man. Ooh. There's a flag, and there should be Hunter Parks. Hunter Parks was open, and somebody reached out and grabbed a hold of him to make sure he didn't catch that football.
So notice the umpire there almost was in the way of the pass.
He was.
There, a little bit deeper than what we see umpires, in the middle at times, but the back judge right there on top of that call, that will be half the distance to the goal.
Parks running a quick little in pattern that time, square in, and he was wide open. He broke wide open. One of the defensive backs from Monroe Central saw he was going to make a catch, reached out and grabbed his shoulder pads.
Second down now from the 2.
All right, Bender in the shotgun formation. Again, nobody in the backfield with him. Bender's back. He's looking. Got a man open, and nice play there. That was Ethan Kroc, number 2 with the football. One of the defensive backs, I think it was number 88, was it? Or was it
Cooper Howell, number 7, made a play there and knocked that ball loose.
Because I'll tell you what, Ethan Kroc had it for 6, and he couldn't quite put it away because Cooper Howell came up and just knocked the ball right out of his hands.
And I believe it's now 3rd down. The scoreboard says 2nd down, but it should be. But the downs marker on the field says 3rd. And
it is 3rd.
It is 3rd down. The pass interference penalty is not an automatic first down.
Bender in the shotgun, the snap. He's going to try the right side, runs into his own man. Now he doesn't get across. They're going to give it to him. Touchdown. I'll tell you what, that was pretty close. I think Cale Bender stuck the football out and broke the plane.
Little extra effort there, I think, really paid off and got Cale Bender into the end zone for the touchdown.
So Cale Bender with a 3-yard run. It's 6-0 Redskins. Now Chaz Pfeffer will come in and kick for that extra point. Chaz has done a pretty nice job this year. He's come in. He's on the Caldwell soccer team, and they talked him into coming out and kicking for the football team. He's done a very, very nice job.
It's always nice when you've got a soccer kid that can come out and kick the football for you.
All right. Snap, it's down, it's up, it is good. Pfeffer adds the extra point. 3:50 left here in the first quarter. The score now, it's Caldwell 7, Monroe Central nothing. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Welcome back. Time for the Doane Ford kickoff. Redskins have a 7-0 lead as Chaz Pfeffer steps back, getting ready to put his foot into the ball. Back deep to receive for the Noles here, Jeff.
Cooper Howe and A.J. Redder. Pfeffer's extra point cleared the uprights there by plenty, so I'd say he can put this kickoff pretty deep.
That's a pretty good job. He's got a good leg. Low line drive kick, and that is fielded there by number 7, Cooper Howe. Howe brings it up to the 20, runs into a wall there. He's going to take it to right around the 22. Whistle sound. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Seminoles.
Samuel Pierce, first man down there to make the initial hit there on the coverage team for Caldwell. So Monroe Central now put the ball in play. See where they mark it. Looks like about the 22-yard line. 22.
All right.
First Monroe Central possession resulted in a turnover, and as any team wants to do, you turn that turnover and turn it into points. And Caldwell did that. 25-yard drive, then to get 7 on the board here in the first quarter.
And I'll tell you what, the Redskins defense, they were able to put some pressure on Tucker Howe, so that could be an issue here. Look for the Seminoles definitely need to walk a little bit better. Here straight ahead is the carry by number 24. That's A.J. Rudder for the Noles. Short gain on the play. Let's see where they mark it. I think it's going to be a pickup of right around 3 yards on the play. Let's see. Right to the 24-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 to go for the Noles.
And trying to see, the first contact, I really couldn't tell. Just with the naked eye, the black numbers on the red jerseys for the Redskins.
Yeah, Redskins are wearing their red jerseys with the black numerals, and a little harder to read.
Even with my new glasses, I still have trouble saying.
There you go. Reading glasses are no help in this case. All right, Tucker Howell, the quarterback. Seminoles in their white jerseys with gold helmets, black pants. Howell pressures, rolling to the left. He's got a man out there. That's a nice catch, and that's going to be a big gain. That looked like number 88. Is that Landon Liddick?
Landon Liddick, yes.
Landon Liddick, the tight end, got out there all the way up to the 45-yard line. Big gain for the Noles, and that's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down for Monroe Central.
About 21-yard pickup there from Howell to Liddick on that for the first down. Monroe Central has 2 first downs now.
You're getting pressure, and it's good coaching. You just roll out, and they rolled out, and Liddick was wide open.
I think Chase Norman, was the initial pressure man for the Caldwell front.
There you go, another run by the Noles straight up the middle. That is number 24. That's A.J. Rutter. He's going to pick up around 3 this time. I think it'll bring up a second down and 7 for Monroe Central. 2:08 clock rolling here in the first quarter.
3-yard pickup on first down is, that's a positive. If you pick up 3 yards on every carry, you're going to get down the field pretty well.
Well, the Seminoles are going to have to run a little bit between the tackles successfully to keep some pressure off Tucker Howell to allow him to roll out and to basically successfully stand back in the pocket and throw a little bit.
With any defense, if you have to throw the ball, that front four can just take off and go after you, and it makes it very difficult to throw.
Put your ears back and rush. Howe in the shotgun. He's back. He's looking. Got some pressure. Steps up. Makes one man miss. Another man miss. They're going to get him in the backfield. Nice pressure that time. It looked like number 60 for the Redskins. That's Chase Norman. So Chase Norman catches Tucker Howe.
Gyler Preston also was there and also had some pressure on. That's going to be a loss of about 5 yards.
Yeah, and those are names you're going to hear a lot tonight for Caldwell if pass pressure is needed. Chase Norman.
That kind of pressure, though, you keep in mind here, might make you susceptible to the screen pass. That may be something you kind of file away and see what Monroe Central might try to do here later.
This time, Tucker Howe up under center. The snap, he's back, he's looking. They flush him out, he's straight ahead, he's got some room. The 50, the 45, the 40. He's going to make a cut to the sidelines. The 30, the 25, and he's knocked out of bounds right around the 20-yard line.
That's going to be about 37 yards, I think, on that scramble there by Howe.
And that's a broken play, and I'll tell you what, great job that time by Tucker Howe. Spotted the pressure, was able to get through the line, and I'll tell you what, there was nobody spying on him, so a nice gain that time for Howe. And the Seminoles have the football deep in Redskins territory.
That's our biggest gain for a Caldwell Lumber first down here so far in this first quarter.
22 seconds left in the first quarter, clock rolling.
They do have to run a play.
They do. Howe up under center. Long count, the give. Straight ahead, and that's, nothing doing. Ran into a bunch of red jerseys that time.
First up in there by number 68, Dalton Egnott.
Yeah, and that was 68, Dalton Egnott. There we go. End of the first quarter. The score after 1 quarter of play, it is Caldwell 7, Monroe Central nothing. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance, Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Browns, Caldwell, Ohio. Redskins have a 7-0 lead, but the Monroe Central Seminoles have the football, and they have it deep in Caldwell territory. 2nd down and 10 from the Redskins' 20-yard line. Tucker Howell, the quarterback, under center. Got a full house backfield this time. The snap, the give, straight ahead. No. Tucker Howell still has it. Oh, he worked it outside. That was number 7, Cooper Howell, the receiver. Cooper had it and lost concentration, dropped the football, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down right around 10 to go, but Cooper Howell had that, and he had some room to operate, Jeff.
I think he just started to turn upfield before he had possession of the football and bobbled it. You know, chance for a brother connection there, Howell to Howell, but
yeah,
it didn't happen.
Did a little bit of that in high school, and that's easy to do. You know, the first thing the coaches tell you, every coach will tell you, is put that ball away. You catch that football, then you start thinking about running. That's hard to do sometimes.
But this is 4-down territory for Monroe Central.
No doubt.
You know, third and 10 at the 20-yard line, so they have 2 opportunities here to get the 10 yards they need.
Tucker Howell up under center this time. The give, no. Howell still got it. He's back. He's rolling right. Now he's in some trouble. Looking. Throws it across his body. He's got a man out there. That is
Phillips, I believe.
Is that is that Phillips? Dalton Phillips, number 20?
Yes.
Or hard time getting a read on it.
It was Phillips. That's good for about 14 yards
so
and a first down.
That's a Caldwell Lumber first down, and that is inside the 10, so it will be 1st and goal for the Seminoles. 11:38 left here in the second, and Monroe Central threatening here. They're knocking on the door.
That's a good job of the receivers staying in their patterns and Howell staying with the receivers, you know, because there's good pressure initially, and I thought maybe he was going to take off and run, but he found a receiver for first down.
Howell, the quarterback, with the football, trying the right side. He's got it. He's in for the score. That time, the ball fake held the Caldwell linebackers, and Tucker Howell found a little alley to the outside and takes it in for 6. Touchdown, Monroe Central. It's 7-6. We got a ball game.
That coming at 11:16 left in the second quarter. Monroe Central will go for 2. They have not tried any placements much this year.
Get that soccer program rolling. You know how that is.
But again, I'd say, a good possibility here would be a play fake and then trying to get Howell keeping the ball on the perimeter.
One receiver to the right, trips to the left. The snap, Howell back, looking left. Now he's going to tuck it under a run, makes one man miss. He's in.
Or you run a quarterback draw.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that was a planned draw, but Tucker Howell got some pressure. He stepped up, found a lane. He gets in for the score, and Monroe Central has the lead. 11:16 left here in the second. The score, Monroe Central 8, Caldwell 7. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Welcome back. We're at the fairgrounds, and 11:16 left here in the second quarter. Monroe Central right down the football field, looking pretty good. Tucker Howell leads them down there. Seminoles spread the ball around. They've got an 8-7 lead, Jeff.
That was and there was a couple big third down conversions on that possession, but with the opening penalty there, that's a drive of a little better than 80 yards, and say a couple big run there by Tucker Howell early, and then a big pass play from Howell to Phillips. They got him a first down close, and then Howell takes it in for the touchdown, and that's an impressive drive, and Monroe Central with the lead.
Evan Knowlton with the kick here. It's a Doan Ford kick, low line drive kick. One of the up men has to corral it and fall on it. It's going to be a first down for Caldwell right around the 37-yard line. It might have been Ethan Kroc falling on that football. I'm not sure who it was.
I think Jaron Van Fossen.
Okay.
Covered that up and did a good job there of covering it up, not trying to pick it up, because the way that football rolls, you just never know what's going to happen. So he just covered it. Pretty decent field position for Caldwell here now at their own 37-yard line to start this possession. This might be the first time Caldwell's trailed this year. I'm not really sure about that.
I think that they trailed against Waterford in that game. Waterford came down and scored first.
They scored first. You're right.
Yes, they did. All right.
Big possession. Big possession here for Caldwell.
Cale Bender, the quarterback, in the shotgun, straight ahead and running hard. That's Wheeler. Dylan Wheeler with a gain of right around 5 on the play, and that time they hit the hole between the tackle and the guard pretty hard. Nice job there by Wheeler, ahead for 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, there's no dancing around there. He just went up in that hole in a hurry, and that's a very good gain of 5 yards on first down.
That's, guys, make some room for me. Here I come. Bender, the quarterback. Wheeler in the pistol this time, right behind him, straight ahead. And Wheeler makes a man miss. He's into the Monroe Central half of the field. Gain to right around the Monroe Central 46-yard line. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Redskins.
We'll give Dylan Wheeler about 11 yards on that play. And Caldwell right back on the line of scrimmage here. They make their calls at the line, and that puts the pressure on the defense.
Boy, these are straight dives, too. They're not messing around. Here we come, straight ahead. Again, straight ahead. This time Wheeler cuts it back to the left side, and the play was to the right. He cut it back to the left, didn't see any room, and he's not going to pick anything up, I don't think, that time. Nice job by the Monroe Central front there to cut him down for no gain.
Rader and Phillips on the play there, and also I think looked like big Caleb Graham was there also. He's a 300-plus pound, but list him at 370, just a junior at one of the defensive tackle spots. So they will be generous here, and they'll give Wheeler a yard on the play.
All right, 2nd down and 9:50 clock rolling here in the second quarter. Bender in the shotgun formation. Wheeler's back there with him, single back. Little flash out to Kroc. Kroc has the ball at the 40, spins around. He's going to make a little bit of extra yards right down to the 39-yard line of the Seminoles. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down, probably right around 4 to go for Caldwell.
See where they place it down here. They're about the 39,
yes.
So that's going to be probably closer to 3, maybe 2.5.
And we'll call it 3, so it'll be 3rd down and 3.
But inside the 40-yard line, once again, I would say this, would be 4-down territory, with the success that Caldwell has had running the ball thus far.
Twins,
man laid on the field there.
Twins right, twins left. Cale Bender in the shotgun formation, taking a look over to the sidelines. Back there with him in the backfield, number 1, Dylan Wheeler. Long count, the snap. Straight ahead Bender, he's got some room. He's awful close. Let's see where they mark it. I'll tell you what, the officials aren't saying first down this time.
I think they are. I think it is a first down.
Let's see.
Dalton Phillips on the tackle. They'll put him at the 36, and it will be a first down for Bender.
Caldwell Lumber, first down. Cale Bender that time taking the football, and I'll tell you what, he is fearless, and he can run the ball.
And that was a called run. Basically, a quarterback off tackle type play there. It was a run all the way, which you see Caldwell do quite a bit. And we talked before we went on the air and stuff. It seems like Cale Bender's been taking snaps here for about 5 or 6 years for Caldwell.
It does. It really does.
And his opponents will say he's finally a senior.
Yeah, they're happy about that because here's Bender with the ball. Gonna find a man out there in the flat. That is number 5. Let's see, do you have a number 5?
I do not have a number 5.
Neither do I. So there we go.
We'll check on that.
Yes.
But the pickup is going to be
Alex Hurlin, they're saying, is number 5. So
not number 7 tonight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, looking at him running to the sidelines, that looks like Alex Hurlin.
And a pickup of 8 yards, though, for Hurlin.
So we will mark that change on the scorebook here. He is number 5 tonight. Cale Bender, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Number 1, Dylan Wheeler off to his left side. The fake. Bender's got it rolling left. Got a man out there. That's Ethan Kroc. Kroc, the 20, inside the 20 to right around the 16-yard line. That'll be a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Redskins. I'll tell you what, this is a nice answer by Caldwell. If you're a Redskin fan, you have to be happy with this. They're moving the ball right down the field after a big score by Monroe Central.
Yeah, that's steady here. No big plays thus far. A couple nice conversions there. You had 11 yards there on that little short pass out to Ethan Kroc. And it's first down now at the 17-yard line, but a very nice drive here by the Redskins.
All right. Snap. Straight ahead, that is number 21. That is Jarrett Van Fossen.
He kind of shot through there and almost, broke loose. They're going to put him down at the 11-yard line. That's going to be about 7 yards, maybe 6.
Bender in the shotgun once again. Redskins moving quickly. That's Van Fossen again, straight ahead. And he's working, twisting, turning. He's going to be put down right around the 5-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Caldwell Lumber first down, first and goal for the Redskins. 7:07 left here in the second quarter. Monroe Central with an 8-7 lead.
And we're going to get a timeout called. Monroe Central's going to spend their second timeout of the half here to try to make some adjustments.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. The problem right now the Seminoles are having is the Redskins are doing a great job getting to the line quickly, getting their play in quickly, and it's a little bit before Monroe Central is set defensively.
They're not set, and if, depending on the down and distance situation, it prevents them from subbing defensively. But it is a nice job as they get up there, and they've done that quite a few times in making the call. And we've seen Van Fossen now with a couple of carries when it was mainly Dylan Wheeler earlier, but now Van Fossen with a couple of carries. We're Caldwell now first and goal at the 6.
Seen a number of receivers, Ethan Kroc, Hunter Parks, Alex Hurlin. So, again, the Redskins spreading the football out. Their senior quarterback, as you said, who's been here 5 or 6 years now, making some great decisions.
If Caldwell's able to get this ball in the end zone, depending on the final result of the game, let's file this away as a possible drive of the game. But first of all, Redskins need to get it in the end zone, but they are first and goal at the 6.
Nice drive by the Skins, and a good point, Jeff. No doubt about it. This has been a great drive for Caldwell. Bender, the quarterback, in shotgun. Long count, the snap. And the scissors. And that's Wheeler with the football. No gain on the play. Nice job that time by the Monroe Central defense. A fake to Van Fossen.
Yeah. Landon Leidig, did a nice job from his defensive end position there and kept Wheeler from getting outside.
Yeah, and Wheeler cut behind Van Fossen after the fake, and then they gave him the ball, so a little cross there. We call that the scissors. And basically, nice job by the Monroe Central defense figuring out who had the football.
Yeah, second and goal now from the 5.
Nobody in the backfield with Bender this time. He's in the shotgun formation.
Yeah, Bender can be dangerous as a runner here.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Bender back, looking left. Now he's going to gun it in the back of the end zone. No good. Nice defense right there. Trying to see who the intended target was.
Carter Knowlton was the defender. It could have been Kroc, possibly. I'm not sure.
No, I think that was Wheeler, I think, that was in the backfield. Wheeler lined up. He was way out to the right side, and it was Wheeler.
Third and goal now from the 5.
Yeah, same alignment. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Bender, the quarterback, in the backfield by himself. The snap. Bender rolling, looking. Got a man down there, and he skips it in a little bit low. Again, the target was Dylan Wheeler. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
And we've got a flag.
Let's see.
We're going to have a holding call against Caldwell, I believe. Now, interesting decision, for Coach Calder here. Do you want to go 4th and 5 on the incomplete pass, or do you want to back them up 10? I think you got to take the penalty.
I think so too.
Make it 3rd and goal from the 15.
And the reason you take the penalty is Chaz Pfeffer, the kicker for the Redskins. He has enough range to make a field goal from there, so it's probably a good idea to try to take the points off the board and move them back a little bit, give them the extra down.
Monroe Central has declined the penalty.
Let's see what they do now.
Interesting decision there. I can see it either way, and some subbing coming in here now. So it is 4th and goal with the 5.
I think Pfeffer's coming in. I think they're going to try a field goal.
If
This is within his range.
This will be a 22-yard attempt, just a little bit more than an extra point. Yeah.
It is Pfeffer the holder. Excuse me, it is Pfeffer the kicker. It is Wheeler the holder.
Yes, this would be, put it down to about the 15. Monroe Central's going to spend another timeout. And the officials are a little...
Yeah, and you can't reconsider the penalty. They're going to try to ice the kicker here.
Well, I think just making sure, if I'm down that sideline, if I'm Monroe Central defensive coaches, I'm spending this timeout, even at 6:15 left in the quarter, that's your last timeout. But you're talking about the potential of a fake.
Yes.
But I would not look for a fake. If they were going to do something like that, I think Coach Rucker would go for it on 4th and 5.
He'd put it in the hands of Cale Bender. I think he has a lot of confidence in Bender's ability to make a decision as to who should get the ball. Now, that considered, Dylan Wheeler is the holder, and he's probably one of the better runners on the Redskins football team.
I would not eliminate the possibility of some type of a fake here. Monroe Central leading 8-7, 6:15 left in the second quarter. A couple incomplete passes there.
This is typical Caldwell Monroe Central football. Close games, hotly contested.
I'll tell you, now they come back out and the offense is back on the field.
They are. They are. And Bender's in the shotgun. 4th and goal. Here we go. 6:15 left in the second quarter. Man in motion. Bender has the snap, back looking, the in is good for a touchdown.
Hurlin.
That's Alex Hurlin, number 5. I'll tell you what, Hurlin has great size, and he shielded off any opportunity the Seminoles defender had of getting around him to knock that football down. Nice job by Bender, better job by Hurlin to catch that ball.
Well, Alex Hurlin's 6'3". When he cuts in front of the defense, now we stop here. Now, hang on here.
Let's see, no points on the board yet.
And
officials are talking things over.
There was a flag on the play. So I did not see that flag, but the
Neither did I.
Side judge threw the flag. So I will say that is not going to be a touchdown. And one official over here talking to the Monroe Central sideline, the other official over talking to the Caldwell sideline. And we've seen no signal, or at least I've seen no signal yet. There's something that I don't know. We'll wait and see. It is a touchdown, it appears.
Yes, they put the points on the board now. Touchdown.
Okay. Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct against Monroe Central.
Okay.
And Caldwell will take that yardage on the kickoff. So it is a touchdown, 5-yard pass from Bender to Hurlin. And Pfeffer in for the extra point.
Again, Dylan Wheeler, the holder. Boy, interesting series of events here. Here's the kick by Pfeffer. It is up. It is good. All right, 6:12 left here in the second quarter. The score, it's Caldwell 14, Monroe Central 8. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
We are back preparing for the Doan Ford kickoff, and boy, I'll tell you what, looks like Pfeffer is going to be booting the ball from the Monroe Central 45-yard line with that penalty. So we get a chance to see if Pfeffer can kick it through the end zone. 6:12 left here now in the second quarter. Pfeffer back, getting ready to approach the ball for the Doan Ford kickoff. receivers back deep for the Seminoles. Looks like number 7 is one of them.
A nice kickoff. That ball pushed with the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
You know, that kickoff in the 45, so Peffer just pounded it into the end zone to put Monroe Central to start at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you one thing. The kicking game definitely so far has been advantage Caldwell, as Pfeffer has made his presence known on a number of occasions.
You have two options there if you're Caldwell kicking off from the 45-yard line. You could squib it or onside kick, and if you don't get it, it's still going to be about the 30, 35-yard line, or you can kick it into the end zone like they did, and Monroe Central now starts at the 20. And I like that option right there, making the team start at the 20-yard line.
Checking our Sue Snowed State Farm scoreboard, it is Caldwell 14, Monroe Central 8, 6:12 left here in the second quarter.
And did you mention that Doan Ford kickoff?
I did mention the Doan Ford kickoff. I mentioned it right ahead. I was ahead of you on that one right there.
I stepped away for a second, so I missed it.
That's all right. A short gain on the play by Rudder. And looks like a gain of right around 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Noles. They are starting from their own 20-yard line. 5:43 clock rolling here as we approach the half. Tucker Howell, the quarterback. Snap. Howell still got it, and I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of company back there. Looked like Ethan Kroc, number 2, swarming in on Tucker Howell, and that's going to be a loss of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Good job by Kroc there. Looks like Ethan's lined up at that defensive end position. He broke through there well and had a hold of Howell and nowhere to go. So, big 3rd down play here. 5 minutes left in the first half. 14-8 Caldwell.
Howell this time in the shotgun formation. Single back there with him. And he swings it out to that back. That's number 82, Carter Knowlton. Knowlton. He may have lost a yard on the play.
I think that's Wheeler come up and made that play. They'll swing pass to your top receiver, Knowlton. Wheeler made a nice play. That's going to result in a loss of about 3 yards.
Some good adjustments by the Caldwell defense as they force a pretty quick kick here by the Seminoles.
Well, that's a big play by the defense. You just scored to take the lead in Caldwell, and now you have 3 plays. You force the other team to punt. Howell will be the punter. Both teams using their quarterback as their kicker. Caldwell's going to get real nice field position. Hurlin, one of the deep men here for Caldwell.
Dylan Wheeler, the other. And the kick. And Wheeler is going to field that on the bounce at right around the 47. He's across the 50. Now he's going to cut back around the 50, and he's going to be dropped right there at the Caldwell 48-yard line. That is number 3, Evan Knowlton.
Nice job there. Wheeler, if he can get around that corner, he's got the speed to break that. But he ran a lot there for nothing. But he tried to get to the outside. If he would have been able to get away from that tackle, I think he had some running room. But still pretty good field position here for Caldwell. 14-8 lead, 3:59 left in the first half.
Time enough to score if they can put another drive together like the last one that they executed.
And Caldwell still has all 3 of their timeouts remaining, I believe.
They do. I think that the way the Redskins have sped the game up a little bit by using no huddles and quick huddles has really impacted what the Seminoles like to do. Bender, the quarterback.
And we're going to get a whistle to stop here from the official on this side. I'm not sure what. Looks like a shoulder pad issue with one of the players there. It looked like their jersey was.
So that's the tackle. That is the right tackle.
Yeah, jersey was up over the shoulder pad, so he'll check out of the game. I'm not sure if he's going to have to stay out. Number 65, it looks like. That's Gyler Preston.
Somebody is going to have to come in to take his place at tackle. I'm not too bad, if there's an equipment problem, but that's kind of sending him out for something like that.
Especially unless there was something that we couldn't see. But Wyatt Williams will take that right tackle spot now for Caldwell.
Bender in the shotgun, trips out to the left, twins out to the right, nobody in the backfield with Bender. The snap, Bender's back, looking, guns it down there, quick out. That is Wheeler with the football. Wheeler runs it to right around the Monroe Central 40-yard line. That's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Skins. 3:52, clock stopped here as as Wheeler got out of bounds.
A 12-yard pickup for that first down. And, well, I guess he wasn't out of bounds as the clock is still running. I thought he ran out of bounds.
So did I. They spotted the ball and started the clock running. The snap. Bender right across the middle. Oh, drop there, and that was number 2. That was Ethan Kroc, and he was trying to make a move without the football.
We saw Monroe Central do that earlier in the game there. It looked like, he tried to turn upfield before he had possession of the ball. The pass was a little bit low, but, definitely one that, Kroc will say he, is going to catch 99 out of 100 times, but he didn't hold on to that one. 2nd and 10.
Bender, the quarterback in shotgun, trips out to the left, twins to the right. The snap. Bender back. Quick. That's pass is tipped right on the line of scrimmage. Looking for number 2, Ethan Kroc. It's going to be an incomplete pass. That will stop the clock. 3rd down and 10 now.
That might have been Lombatis that got a hand up there along the line. Could not tell if it was Ashton Lombatis. He is a freshman, 6'3", 250 at that right defensive tackle spot.
3:34 left here in the second quarter. We're approaching the half. 3rd and 10. And I'm not really quite sure if the Redskins are in 4-down territory. You might punt this if you don't pick up any yardage here.
It might depend on what happens on this play, obviously. 3 receivers wide left.
Bender, the quarterback. He's got Wheeler in the backfield with him. The snap. Bender's going to run it. He's got some room. The 35, the 30. He's got a first down at the 25-yard line of the Seminoles. Boy, just when you're thinking pass, Cale Bender tucks it under and puts it away for 15 yards real quickly.
They'll put the ball down there at the 26-yard line. Clock will run now. They move the change. 3:20 left.
Caldwell Lumber first down. Bender again. He's the only one in the backfield. Trips out to the left, twins out to the right. The snap. Bender's got it. He's back. He's looking, guns the ball right across the middle of the field. That was Ethan Kroc, and he couldn't pull it in. It was a little bit behind him.
Yeah, not one of Bender's better throws there. It was just a little bit behind. But again, spreading the field, Caldwell trying to do a lot of different things here, and they're going to spend a timeout now. We're still 3:08 left. They've got plenty of time here on 2nd down and 10.
Still have 2 timeouts left as well. So Redskins in good shape. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Seminoles defense would love to make a stop here and keep it within 1 score.
Well, obviously you go in at halftime here. And Monroe Central will get the football to start the 3rd quarter. And obviously the difference between going in at halftime with trailing 14-8 as opposed to trailing 21-8 is obviously huge.
It is, no doubt about it.
But we've seen Caldwell convert some plays here on 3rd down. And again, they spread the field, different weapons. When Wheeler goes out as a wide receiver, that gives them, Kroc, Hurlin, and Wheeler as potential receivers. And Bender, that to me, I would not be surprised to see a quarterback draw out of that spread formation.
Well, and that's one of the things that Coach Chance Rucker does. I mean, he trusts his signal caller and good decisions. They call some great plays, and they move the ball around. You're not really sure that you can't really key on one person.
Yeah, right now, they've used 3 different ball carriers and have 4 different players that have caught passes in the game. So, as you say, it's not 1 or 2 players doing the offensive work.
4 receivers out to the left side, single receiver on the right. That's Hurlin.
And they'll convert now. Wheeler will come into the backfield, and also Kroc will move into a wing spot.
The snap. Bender tucks it under. He's running. He's got no room. Nice job by the Noles. He slips ahead to right around the 20-yard line, but not a whole lot of room. Gain of probably right around 4. I think he got out of bounds.
Phillips and Rader forced him out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and that will be about 4 yards, maybe closer to 5.
So make it 3rd and 5. Definitely now 4-down territory for the Redskins. No doubt about it. They're at the Monroe Central 20-yard line. 2:32. Clock continues to roll here in the second quarter.
Now Caldwell really wants the clock to run and take some time off the clock and score as late as possible. But it is 3rd and 5.
Redskins up 14-8. Been a heck of a ball game to this point. Cale Bender swings it out to the far side. Wheeler makes one man miss, and he falls ahead. I think he got out of bounds, and I think he got a first down. Let's see where they mark it. That is a Caldwell first down. Caldwell Lumber first down for the Redskins. Nice job there. Another good play and a nice job by Dylan Wheeler. Yards after the catch.
About 8 yards on the pickup there by Wheeler.
Cale Bender in the shotgun formation. This time we've got trips out to the right side, the wide side of the field. Twins out to the left, the short side. Bender, the quarterback, guns it out. That is Croc. Croc cutting it back up inside. He's down to the 5, and they bring him down right around the 4-yard line.
Very close to a first down. I don't think he got it, but that's a nice individual effort there by Croc. Pickup of some 9 yards.
Let's see if they call it, use one of their timeouts. They've still got 2 left, 1:37 left here. Doesn't look like they're going to do that.
Caldwell wants to use the timeout. Now it's second down in a yard there. They want to run this clock down. They have plenty of time. But a missed tackle there and a nice effort by Croc to get that positive yardage.
Twins left, 3 receivers to the right. Now Bender with some trouble. He's going to tuck it under and run. He's in for the touchdown. That was a pass.
That was a broken play.
That was a pass, and Cale Bender felt the pressure. He stepped up. He made the first man miss, and all of a sudden he saw a lane, took it into the end zone. Cale Bender scores for the Redskins. It's 20-8, 1:15 left here in the second quarter. Great play, great decision by Cale Bender.
Well, it looked to me like he kind of bobbled the snap initially there, and that kind of changed things, and he kind of took off running and was able to get up in there. And we'll see now at 20-8. I don't see Peffer out. Looks like that Caldwell will go for 2.
All right, Bender, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. They've got 4 receivers out to the right side, 1 single receiver out to the left. The snap. Back, Bender taking a look, guns it to the inside. Nice play. One of the Seminoles got a hand on that football. The intended target was Alex Hurlin. It's dropped. Extra point is no good. The score, 1:15 left here in the second quarter. It's Caldwell 20, Monroe Central 8. We'll take a break. Back, he would slide down and let the clock continue to run.
But that will be a loss of, let's see where they put the ball down, about 3 yards.
Yeah, so.
But as you say, that now creates a 4th down with 14 seconds left. So Howe will have to go back and punt the ball away, and Wheeler will go back alone here as the one deep man for Caldwell.
Wheeler, a senior, 5'10". He's a guy you trust with the football.
High
Wheeler
kick.
is probably going to let that ball go as it takes a nice bounce for the Seminoles. It's going to roll dead right around the 42-yard line. Knowles will down it right there.
A good play there by, and it almost looked like Tyler Whitaker of Monroe Central glanced up at the clock to see how much time was left and just let it die. He didn't down it until it come to a stop there, so that ran down to 2 seconds. So
that gives Cale Bender 1 play for the Redskins. 2.1 seconds left, I'd say. But you never know with Mr. Bender.
Well, you can drop back in.
Hey, his coach trusts him. They could drop back and throw it. And I'm looking for Monroe Central to play that safe defense with the safeties way back. That kind of looks like the way they're setting up.
Yeah, it looks like they do have a man all the way back there. Logan Powell's the deep safety. He's clear back about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. But Caldwell spreads the field here. They're going. Bender may just run a draw here.
Bender, the quarterback, he's back. He's looking. He's going to gun it down the middle of the field. He's got a man down there. Oh, touchdown! He got the ball! Whoa, what a catch! I think that's Alex Hurlin.
Yes.
Number 5, Alex Hurlin.
58 yards, and there was a pass interference penalty on the play too. He was temporarily held and still made the play. That's a tremendous catch there by Hurlin. 58 yards.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. Cale Bender just dropped back and he said, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw the ball as far down the field as I can and you run under it and catch it. That's exactly what happened. Oh, my goodness. What a way to end the half. And if you're the Seminoles, oh my!
Well, the officials are going to talk here, but that is points on the board without question. That's a
58-yard pass.
The penalty is declined, and Peffer will come on now. 58 yards.
26-8, and now with Peffer trying the extra point. No time left on the clock, so this will be the last play of the first half.
And that was Hurlin's second touchdown catch of the game, of this second quarter.
Wheeler the holder, the snap, it's down, it's up, it is good. Count it. I'll tell you, Jeff, I mean, if you're Monroe Central, you've got to be slack-jawed at this point. That is lightning in a bottle right there.
Well, just a couple things there. If Monroe Central had them to do over again, they would have done differently on that last possession. That really left enough time on the clock for Caldwell to do something, and Caldwell took advantage of it. Just go back and let Bender throw as far as he can, and made the connection, touchdown. That's a huge play.
All right, the score at half, it is Caldwell 27, Monroe Central 8. We're going to take a break. We'll probably check in with ONN and have that.
Cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Celebrating a decade of deliciousness, Patty's Place has been serving home-style cooked meals since 2013. Indulge in their homemade pies daily and enjoy breakfast served all day long. They're open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page for daily specials, conveniently located between Bell Valley and Caldwell on State Route 821. Come on over and satisfy your cravings at Patty's Place.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service not only offers the most modern and spacious funeral home in the area, it also offers the largest outdoor monument selection display. If you are considering a lasting headstone for a loved one, take a drive by Chandler Funeral Home to view their wide variety of sizes and colors. For personalized assistance in selecting your monument, contact Chandler Funeral Home at 732-1311 or on the web at chandlerfuneralhome.net. Choose comfort. Choose Chandler Funeral Home.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Guernsey County Sportsman Association banquet on Saturday, September 9th. There will be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, September 9th at Deerassic Park. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $15 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
When a loved one dies, the remaining family members are oftentimes overcome with sadness, grief, confusion, and stress. If you are burdened with planning a funeral, let the experience and compassion of the McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home staff ease the difficult situation at hand. Ken and Robin Perkins will guide you through the process of making arrangements. Phone McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home of downtown Caldwell at 732-4223 or their web address is mcveigh-perkins.com.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Hey, football fans, Laborers Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the Guaranteed Credit Approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Reports. As we like to do from time to time, we'll visit different areas of the state and talk some football in specific regions. Tonight, it is Central Ohio. We'll talk with Lee Cochran about that next on the Ohio News Network.
Every farmer has their reason for why they do what they do. For Beck's, it's faith, family, and farming. Since 1937, the Beck family and family of employees have been committed to honoring God and helping farmers succeed. Farming is full of extremes, and we face the challenges with hard work and steadfast determination, delivering quality line of products backed by legendary customer service. We look forward to standing by your side, supporting you as you live out the life you were meant to live. Beck's, when it comes to farming, we believe in something more.
I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we're proud to bring you tonight's game. Our members are the public school educators who coach your kids on and off the field, because we believe in the potential of every student and their right to a high-quality public education, no exceptions. That's why we will continue to speak in one voice to demand the supports and resources our public schools need, because public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We're talking a little Central Ohio high school football this evening, where Lee Cochran has covered that for decades. And Lee, let's begin with Division I Region 3, which is loaded as it always is. We knew Gahanna would be good. The Pickerington and Hilliard schools are all good. Is there a for sure cream of the crop there?
Well, you know, the way I look at it, you know, as you said, I've been here for decades. My first year was covering in 1992, and I've seen the growth of Central Ohio football. And there's parity, but it's upper level parity. It's not 500 parity. It's teams that can go 8-2, 9-1, 10-0 every year. I mean, you look right now. You know, going into tonight's action, you got Pickerington North. You mentioned Gahanna, Hilliard Davidson, Hilliard Bradley. And look, you know, with former high state quarterback Stanley Jackson, yeah. Westerville North's off to its best start in probably 2-3 decades. Yes. I mean, it's been amazing. But there's just, you know, you look at even some of the second, you know, the teams with lost, Pickerington Central, Upper Arlington. Those are teams that are making runs every year, and they're going to make runs again this year.
Olentangy is in Region 2, and I know they're off to a nice start.
I like them. They've got they're running 4 running backs, and so they're pretty good. And they've got a dynamite quarterback too. You look there, and a little bit of a surprise team I think right now is Delaware Hayes. I don't know if they can sustain it. Perrysburg is right there. Kaufman kind of opened my eyes a little bit with the win over Centerville. And they had Kent McKinley. They were leading that game last week and lost that. But I think Kaufman's going to make a step. And the one team, Skip, you just can't forget about. You brought up Olentangy. I'll bring up Olentangy Liberty. They're 0-3. They were 0-3 last year too. They ended up 8-6 and playing in a regional final. Don't count out the Patriots. Yeah, it's a mistake if you do that.
Division II, Region 7, nice starts to begin the season for Briggs and St. Charles. Same thing in Division III, Region 11. How about Watterson and Hamilton Township?
Yeah, Watterson won the CCL last year for the first time since I think it was 2012. Is Watterson the team to beat? It's going to be tough. They lost a lot, but they're playing well. Hamilton Township's always that sneaky team that they'll have a couple okay seasons and then pop up a little bit. So again, a little bit. The only team that they played heading into tonight's game with a win was Lancaster. But again, they're winning all their games and they're winning them big.
Let's move down to Division 4, Region 15. Many that we're used to seeing there, but Columbus East and Bishop Reedy off to a good start. Kentrell Reinhardt from Reedy has put up some monster numbers the first 3 games.
Yeah, right. He had 6 touchdowns the first week, 7 the second week, and he only had 3 last week. So, I mean, that's 16 touchdowns. That's a career for most guys. I'm waiting to see what Hartley does. Hartley, had 9 out of 10 years with double-digit wins. And then the last 3 years, they've been a combined 20 and 14 heading into this year. They lost to Blue Carroll, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they had a lot of turnovers. They'd have a big play and then a turnover. So we'll see. We'll see about Bishop Hartley.
And amongst the smaller schools, Lee, Columbus Academy, Harvest Prep, and West Jeff. Among those, who should we keep our eyes on?
Harvest Prep. I like Academy too. This is such a good region, you with Ironton there as well. But I like Harvest Prep a lot. I've debated in my head who's the best chance for Central Ohio to get a state champion. Gahanna had some kids transfer to help rebuild that defense. You look at Bloom Carroll's made a run to the state final last year. But, man, I tell you what, right now, I think Harvest Prep might be the best shot. Size-wise, they're a Division 7 school, but, they had to move up to Division 5. But, man, I really like what Milan Smith's done there, and he continues to go. They're a team without a conference this year, too, Skip. I mean, that Mid-State League Ohio said, hey, we'll see you. And they formed their own and left them out.
He's covered Central Ohio high school football for decades. Lee Cochran, we always appreciate your time. Love talking high school football with you.
No problem, Skip. Have a good one.
And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Addison Blazer from United Local High School, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
From the time I was a freshman, and I looked up to all the girls who were seniors, and we kind of still fit into the molds that they left us with.
Now Addison is a senior leader on her volleyball team and also in the community. She's on the yearbook committee, principals advisory council, and the president of NHS and 4-H.
We do a lot of food stands. A church in our area always does a pancake breakfast, and we always go and we serve that. So we make cards for nursing homes.
And of course, she loves the life of farming.
Agriculture is a huge way of life for me. My parents both grew up on farms. My school that I go to is very remote. Most people are farmers. It follows me around, really, and I love it.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to Lee Cochran for joining us to talk a little Central Ohio high school football this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids. A reminder, you can listen to many of our affiliate broadcasts from across the state at onnradio.com from the Ohio News Network.
We are back at the fairgrounds. Ball game 27-8. Caldwell with 2 quick touchdowns at the end of the second quarter to take command here at the fairgrounds tonight. And I'll tell you what, if you're Monroe Central head coach Jonathan Calder, you've got to be a little bit stunned with the way things developed here.
Well, Monroe Central put a nice possession together, taking an 8-7 lead there early in the second quarter, but Caldwell coming back with 3 touchdowns in just a little over 6 minutes, including a big bomb on the last play of the first half. 3 straight possessions, Caldwell scoring. Right now, I'm sure that Coach Calder is probably feeling like, boy, if I would have done a couple things different there in that last little bit, he might have been able to save that last touchdown, but it didn't happen that way, and Caldwell took advantage, and it's 27-8 Redskins at the half.
Last play of the half, though, Cale Bender basically just took the ball back. I think they were on the 45.
About 42.
42, okay, 42-yard line. He just reared back and threw the ball down the left hash as far as he could, and Alex Hurlin ran under it. Great catch and put it away for 6 points. And super play. You have to give, there's two excellent athletes making a great play together. The line holding together, keeping the Seminole rush away from Bender. It's a great play, and it gives Caldwell a huge advantage at the half.
And plus, on the play, there was a flag for pass interference. Hurlin was, right before he was able to make the play on the ball, there was contact, and he was interfered with and was still able to make the catch and get into the end zone. So, it's a big play there, and, gives Caldwell a 3-touchdown lead after Monroe Central had a brief lead early in the second quarters. But, Caldwell just, has enough different athletes that they can make some plays, and they have.
You're listening to the McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home halftime report. Hey, we had a couple of scores in as well, didn't we? I believe that Shenandoah had a 7-6 lead on Buckeye Trail. Good game up there at the half. And you had, I think, the Barnesville score as well.
Barnesville was leading New Cumberstown 34-0 at halftime. Very good Barnesville team this year. They'll visit the Noble County Fairgrounds here, I think, in week 7.
Yes.
People down here in Caldwell will be looking forward to that game. Bellsville was also leading at the half in their game. Shadyside, kind of a little bit of a surprise, was leading Belair, at the half. So,
tough year for the Big Reds.
Yeah, just, it's still early enough in the year. Yes, I know we're in week 4. It's kind of hard to compare scores and know for sure who's really good and who's really struggling so far this year.
Starting to sort it out a little bit. This Redskins football team, they look like a playoff team. Now, we talked about that. 16 teams in the region are going to make the playoffs, so just about everybody's going to be a playoff team. But, where are you going to stand? How many home games are you going to get? Those are the big questions we're answering here.
And for the Caldwell fans, too, you must remember that the back half of the Caldwell schedule is much more challenging than the front half. They have games there later in the year. They play Belpre next week, but then they've got a game at Conotton Valley. But then, Barnesville home and Fort Fry on the road back-to-back. A long road trip to Toronto, and then the Noble County Super Bowl against Shenandoah. So basically the last 4 weeks of that schedule will be a challenge for the Redskins. But they have the ability and the athletes. I'm sure that they'll be up for that challenge.
No doubt about it. Coach Rucker's done a fine job with these young men. They've got a senior quarterback, a great leader. They've got an outstanding offensive and defensive line, and they've got guys who can make plays. And that leads us into our halftime stats. You've got to look at some of the statistics for both the Redskins and the Seminoles. And last 2 possessions of the first half have kind of given Caldwell a big advantage statistically.
Yeah, Monroe Central has only run 19 plays in the first half. They have 61 yards rushing. Tucker Howe, 7 carries for 46 yards, and he has the Monroe Central touchdown. A.J. Redder, 4 carries, 13 yards. Dalton Phillips, 2 carries for a total of 2 yards, so 61 yards rushing for Monroe Central. They've added 32 passing. Howe is 3 of 6, was intercepted once. Knowlton has a catch for -3 yards. Leidy a catch for 1 catch, 21 yards, and Phillips 1 catch and 14 yards. So 93 total yards by Monroe Central on 19 total plays. For Caldwell, 73 yards rushing in the first half. Bender, 7 carries for 37 yards. Wheeler, 8 carries for 22 yards. And Van Fossen, 3 carries for 14 yards for a total of 73 yards rushing. But Caldwell has 140 yards passing. Bender is 9 of 15. A couple of touchdowns both to Hurlin. Hurlin has those 2 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Croc, 3 catches for 28 yards. Wheeler, 3 catches for 37 yards, and Parks a catch for 11 yards. So 73 yards rushing, 140 yards passing for Caldwell, 213 total yards. They have run 33 plays. So running 14 more plays and a half than your opponent is a definite advantage to the offense of Caldwell.
As to those passing yard totals, 58 yards on 1 play on that last play. Kind of padded the numbers a little bit. 140 yards I know is pretty impressive, but the Noles had done a pretty good job up to that point. They kind of maintained a little bit of control, but that last play, it kind of broke the dam open.
Yeah, the touch, before that, Caldwell had scored. It was 14-8, and Caldwell scored with 1:15 on the clock, and then forced a Monroe Central punt, and Caldwell had 2 seconds on the clock, and they threw the bomb, and there was 7 more points for the Caldwell Redskins.
All right, and you've been listening to the McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home halftime report. Thank you, Jeff Stevens, for providing those stats. And hey, let's mention our sponsors real quickly once here. Patty's Place, Doan Ford, People's Bank, West 40 Auto Sales, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Guernsey County Sportsmen's Association, Hissam's Service Center and Towing, Chandler Funeral Home, Flag Floors, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Laborers Local 530, WB Green Insurance, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Boyd Precision Painting, and Sue Snowed State Farm Insurance.
And without those sponsors, we couldn't be here talking football.
Yes, and we love it. And hey, keep in mind too, you can check out our YouTube page. We're on video tonight as far as that goes, and watch the replay on this. And hey, want to thank our guys that are here tonight who are providing coverage for us. So I got it here somewhere. I know I do. Yeah, there it is. Bryce Haynes, our technical director, and Gino Riley is on camera. So any bad camera shots, it's Gino's fault, and any other negative thing that happens on this video, it's Bryce's fault. So we've got that covered, don't we? It's good.
Are they correcting our mistakes, Bill?
Stop pointing at me. That's yeah. And it is a big job to cover for you and I. Keep that in mind. So I had a whale of a ball game here in the first half. Like I said, Redskins breaking things open with the last couple of possessions here in the second quarter. So now we're getting ready for the second half kick. Now Seminoles will get the ball first.
Yes, it's important there. Monroe Central basically just most of that yardage that they gained, 93 total yards, about 80 of that coming somewhere in that neighborhood on the one possession. So on that one possession is really all that they have showed a lot of positive yardage. I have Caldwell with 10 first downs and Monroe Central with 5. Not a lot of penalties. I only have Caldwell marked for 1 penalty and Monroe Central for 3 accepted penalties. So, it's been a pretty clean game. Just 1 turnover. That was an interception by Monroe Central, so Caldwell had the 1 takeaway there. That was prior to their first touchdown.
Nice pick by Gavin Leake. Did fail to mention that. He undercut the receiver. And, the man was open, but Leake spotted the play, and he was able to undercut the receiver, pick that ball off, gave Caldwell the ball. I think it was their first or it was their second touchdown in great possession.
I think it was their first touchdown. It set them up for their first touchdown in good field position.
27-8 is the score at the half as we prepare and move toward the Doan Ford kickoff for the second half of play.
You know, a lot of times too, Bill, when a team has a nice record, which Caldwell, 3-0 this year, and they're going to have a nice record at the end of the year, you know what's happening offensively with their yardage and who scores the touchdowns. But a lot of times, a good team's defense gets underrated, and they have done a nice job so far this year, and a nice job tonight on defense. And that's a lot of the same kids that's playing offense, but we don't talk about the defense enough. And anytime you hold a team to 8 points and a half, you're in pretty good shape defensively.
Monroe Central started off better. You've got to give the Caldwell staff and the players, and that's something I talked to Coach Rucker about. He said his kids have improved a lot between the ears. They know where they're supposed to be. They know better what they're supposed to do. They've improved from game 1 to game 4, basically tenfold.
Yeah, only about 73 yards rushing by Caldwell the first half, and I think Coach Rucker would like to see that number improve here in the second half.
Here we go. Doan Ford kickoff underway here in the third quarter. Pfeffer puts a foot into it. It's going to roll out of bounds. That's going to give the Seminoles some good position here as we get ready to open the second half of play. That was A.J. Rudder letting that roll out of bounds.
And ball rolled out of bounds inside the 10-yard line there, but Monroe Central could take a 5-yard penalty and force a re-kick, but most teams will take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
and I'm sure
that's good field position.
Yes, and that's most teams will do that unless you've got a real great breakaway back as a return man. Most teams are going to take the ball at the 35-yard line, and as you say, good field position. So Monroe Central, really needs for some good things to happen on this initial possession.
Tucker Howe up under center as we get ready to get underway here in the third. I formation. The snap, the give, straight ahead. Nice cutback. That's Rudder with the football. He's going to pick up around 6.
Yeah, pretty nice job there. Nice tackle there by Dalton Ignat along with Gavin Leake. But about 6 yards there for Rudder on first down.
Ignat 6'1", he's a freshman. So Caldwell fans, you're going to be seeing number 68 for a number of years here.
Yeah, at 6'1", 220 as a freshman, he can always could grow a little bit over the next couple of years.
Playing defensive tackle, you have to love it. Tucker Howe under center. Here's the snap, the give, straight ahead. That is number 28. That is
Phillips.
Logan.
That's Phillips, number 20.
Oh, that was 20? Phillips? Okay, I thought it was 28 Powell, but I stand corrected, sir.
And I think is going to be a first down. They're going to put the nose of the ball right at the 45, so that will be a 4-yard pickup and will be a first down.
Caldwell Lumber first down for the Noles. All right, Tucker Howe back up under center again. No, he's not up under center. He's shotgun formation this time. The snap. Howe's going to tuck it under, run. They cut him off. They force him back. They boxed him in. He's going to roll around. He's going to try the right side. Way back, throwing it. Got a man up there.
A 20-yard more loss. Boy, and I think we may have a flag down now. My question with that much running down, was there an official down? I'm sorry.
An official down.
I did not see what happened.
My goodness, it looks like he fell. He threw his hat's on the ground. And a great job by Tucker Howe. He had all kinds of pressure, was able to complete the pass, and let's sort this out now.
Yeah, the pass was completed to Rudder, and he's going to get first down. No, it's going to be a 5-yard pickup, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. And all that running around, there was a lot of Caldwell people chasing the quarterback there, and one of them must have run into the official. I did not see it happen.
Well, Tucker Howe, he ran about 40 yards to make 5. They had him all over the place. Good pressure by the Redskins, but
my first look when the ball was thrown after all that running around, could there possibly be a lineman downfield, and there was not. And, well, what are we going to do here?
Let's see. We're going to mark it. That might be holding.
That was a holding call.
Yes.
Okay, I did not see that.
Neither did I. But with all that action taking place, I'm not surprised that we didn't see it.
Well, we'll take the completed pass off the board then.
That's going to bring up a first down and right around 20 to go.
1st and 20. Now, I did not see the holding call. With as many Caldwell people was chasing the quarterback, I didn't think anybody would have got held.
Howe, the give. Straight ahead, that's Dalton Phillips with the football. He's only going to pick up around 3 on the play.
But what would have been a 2nd and 5, goes to a 1st and 20 because of the holding penalty.
I'll tell you one thing, Tucker Howell took a pretty big chance throwing that pass. He was under pressure, threw it behind himself.
I thought maybe he was just trying to throw it out of bounds.
So did I, but he found a receiver.
But, very athletic play there by Howell, but he goes for naught because of the penalty. Now we're looking for Monroe Central with a 2nd down and about 17 back at their own 38-yard line.
Howell's in the shotgun formation this time. The snap. Howell back, looking, pump, steps up, makes one man miss, another man miss. He's going to take it up to right around the 42-yard line, so decent gain there. Gain of probably right around 6 on the play by Tucker Howell, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down, right around 12 to go for the first.
Yeah, long yardage situation. 9:20 left on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. 27-8 in favor of Caldwell. This is Monroe Central's initial possession of period number 3. But as you said, 3rd down and about 12.
Tucker Howell, the quarterback, in shotgun. Snap. It's a low snap. Howell fields it. Now he's going to step up. He's got a crease. He's got a man down the field and knocked away. Nice job there. That is number 16, Isaac Cool.
That's another freshman in the secondary. They're making the play on that ball, knocking it down, intended for Carter Knowlton.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he was cool back there because Knowlton is the best receiver the Seminoles had, and he was one-on-one with him. He just reached out, got in front of him, and knocked that ball away. No chance to make the catch.
We talked about freshman defensive tackle for Caldwell. There's a freshman defensive back, so you have 2 freshmen starting in your secondary or on your defense.
All right, that's going to force a punt by the Seminoles. How is the punter for Monroe Central? Low line drive kick, and that's going to get away from Wheeler. Takes a nice roll for the Noles. He's going to let it go. It's going to roll dead inside the 20 and down there by number 7. That's Cooper Howell. That's 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They are on their own 17-yard line.
But, definitely not what Monroe Central wanted out of that opening possession of the 3rd quarter, having to punt the ball away that hurry. That soon, give the ball right back to Caldwell.
That penalty hurt.
Yes, now, not real good field position for Caldwell here back at their own 17-yard line, but we've seen Caldwell be able to do a lot during the first half on some big plays.
Well, the Noles defense needs a stop. They need to stop right now.
And the second half, was a problem for them last week, making enough plays, and so we'll see what they're able to do here on this game.
Shotgun formation. Bender. Back with Wheeler, I believe. The snap, the give, straight ahead. I think that's Wheeler with the football. No room there.
And we've got a flag there also.
Let's see. That usually is a hold in that area.
Ashton Lambast. Now, the flag come from the side, Judge. I tell you, I think he's signaling a sideline warning against Monroe Central. So somebody, out on the edge of the field or not within the coaching box there. And I see the official pointing to somebody there. And
so that play will stand.
Don't get me started on sideline warnings, Bill, because I had a guy tell me once, if you're the official, if you're seeing what's going on behind you, you're probably missing something in front of you.
That's probably not a bad concept.
So yard pickup, I think, there for Wheeler.
All right, 8:25, clock rolling here in the 3rd quarter.
There's that spread formation again with 5 wide receivers.
Bender has it. He's in the shotgun, back and looking. He's going to heave it down the field. He's looking. He's got a man out there. Another great catch. That's number 4, Hunter Petrie with the catch. He laid out to get that ball, and wow.
That's going to be about 43 yards.
You got to give the Redskins a lot of credit. Their receivers were making some plays in this football game tonight. That's the 2nd layout diving catch I've seen tonight.
And that puts them over 180 yards passing for the game. And we said Coach Rucker wanted to establish the running game. I think he'll take the yardage of the passing game.
All right, first, and that's a Caldwell Lumber 1st down at the Monroe Central 40-yard line for the Redskins. Shotgun formation, the snap, the give straight ahead. That's Wheeler. Wheeler cuts it back. He's got some room. The 30, he makes a man miss. The 25, the 20. They're going to bring him down right around the 19-yard line. Nice run by Dylan Wheeler.
It's going to be about 19 yards for Dylan Wheeler. That's his best run of the night.
Wheeler kind of broke into the secondary. Nobody got a hand on him, and from that point on, he was able to kind of weave and move through the secondary. Some nice blocking by the receivers downfield.
And Wheeler has nice speed, so he doesn't need a whole lot.
The snap to give straight ahead Wheeler, and this time they corral him. They're going to knock him down for about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Landon Leidig right there. Maybe that play from the defensive end position there and brings Wheeler down. We'll see where they put the ball down. I was going to say no gain.
Some good penetration that time by the Monroe Central defense, and they need a little bit more of that right now. They cannot afford to give the Redskins another score here. Bender in the shotgun formation. 6:53 left. Straight ahead. Wheeler with the football, fighting for yardage.
Well, he's able to get nice surge there with the offensive line. He's still going to get down to about 5 yards there.
Yeah, and got right in behind the guard and the tackle and just kind of rode him.
Phillips and Grimm on the tackle there. They're going to put him down at the 15, pick up a 4.
6:30, clock rolling here in the third quarter. 27-8, Redskins with the lead, and they are threatening once again.
Wheeler now with 12 carries for 46 yards thus far in the game.
Van Fossen back in the backfield now with Cale Bender.
We saw Van Fossen get a couple of carries there early in the first half.
Another young guy. Snap. It's Bender this time with the keep. He's got it. The 15, the 10, the 5. He's inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Nice job, Cale Bender. Good run. Just following his blocking right up the middle of the field. Caldwell Lumber first down for Cale Bender.
I'm a little surprised in a way that maybe Bender has not run the ball more. You don't want to run your quarterback too much, obviously, but they've been very selective, and that's 8 carries for 49 yards for Bender, and he has 2 touchdowns running and 2 touchdown passes.
When I watched that Waterford game, they had Ethan Kroc running quarterback a few times. Ooh, there's a low snap. Picked up and straight ahead. That's Wheeler. Let's see, touchdown. Late call. The officials get a look at it, and they say Wheeler is in for the score. 5:35 left here in the third quarter, and the Redskins jump out to a 33-8 lead.
That's Wheeler's first touchdown of the night, as that is now 4 successive touchdowns, I think, on 4 possessions by Caldwell.
How long was that run? 5 yards?
3 yards, I'm going to call it.
Okay, so touchdown for Aaron Wheeler.
They're going to go for 2, and I'll explain why I think this is the proper move by Caldwell in a moment.
Shotgun formation. Snap. Bender still got it back, looking, got a man, that's good. That is number 2, Ethan Kroc, gathering in that football. That's going to make it 35-8. So why go for 2?
Well, that makes the score 35-8, a 27-point spread, and you like to put yourself in position that you can, because in the second half, if you're ahead by 30 points or more, you get a running clock. And yes, I know 34. What's the difference between 34-8 and 35-8? But but sometimes you get that extra point in there, and that can make the difference.
So Bender to Kroc on the 2-point conversion. It's 35-8, 5:35 left here in the third. We'll take a quick break. Back with more right after this.
Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service not only offers the most modern and spacious funeral home in the area, it also offers the largest outdoor monument selection display. If you are considering a lasting headstone for a loved one, take a drive by Chandler Funeral Home to view their wide variety of sizes and colors. For personalized assistance in selecting your monument, contact Chandler Funeral Home at 732-1311 or on the web at chandlerfuneralhome.net. Choose comfort. Choose Chandler Funeral Home.
We're back getting ready for the Doane Ford kickoff as Chaz Pfeffer getting ready to put his foot into the ball. Back deep to receive for the Seminoles, number 24, A.J. Rutter. And I think that's number 7, Cooper Howe, off to the other side. So Pfeffer getting ready. Redskins are ready. Here we go. Deep kick. That's Rutter going to feel it right around the 11-yard line, the 15. Headed for the sidelines, cuts it back now, the 20, the 25, breaks a tackle. And, he's close. just couldn't quite get out of that scrum, and the Redskins swarm in and grab him.
Somebody had
out at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, somebody had a hold of a jersey there as Rudder tried to cut it back, with the return out to about the 25, 26-yard line. But that's, pretty good coverage also there by Caldwell. But again, anytime you can get your kickoff man to put the ball down to around the 10-yard line, that's a positive for your coverage team.
All right.
But Rudder, despite the score, they're running hard. And as you said, boy, if somebody didn't have hold of his jersey and he was able to bounce the outside, he had some running room.
He was off to the races. Make no mistake about that.
We'll see how Monroe Central plays this now. Down 27 points, middle of the third quarter. They badly just need a positive drive.
They do, and they're going to start out with Tucker Howe up under center I formation. Here's the pitch to the tailback. That is number 82. That is Knowlton. And he's going to break up the field. He's going to take it all the way up to right around the 48-yard line. Nice run there by Carter Knowlton as he found a lane on the right side of the field, cut it up, and that's a gain of right around 20. Caldwell Lumber first down.
That's his first carry of the game, and he just had one catcher in the first half on a swing pass for negative yardage. So, again, moving one of your best athletes into the backfield.
That's Coach Jonathan Calder saying we got to get one of our best athletes the football. He needs a touch.
And he did, and it was about a 21-yard pickup. And now Knowlton will go back and split wide now.
Shotgun formation, Tucker Howe. Snap, he's back, he's looking for Knowlton. He finds him, cutting it back, the 50, the 45. He's going to run out of bounds. That should be a first down. Let's see where they mark it.
Let's see, they put him out about the 44-yard line. If that's the case, that's going to be 10 yards, and it is a Caldwell Lumber first down.
All right, 35-8, Redskins with the big lead, but the Seminoles on the move. 4:43 left here in the third.
There's two plays in a row with Monroe Central trying to get the ball into the hands of one of their better athletes, and he's going to line up as a tailback again this time.
Well, good,
and that's good coaching.
Yeah,
I feel that
that's exactly what I was going to say. Good coaching by Coach Calder. Let's get the ball into the hand of our playmaker. Let's see what he can do. Tucker Howe with the pitch. Here's Knowlton again. He's going to try it again. There's a flag. There's a hold. And
that's going to be a flag. That's behind the play. A really foolish holding call there, because Knowlton did not need that.
He was already around the end,
and he really did not get much yardage there.
No, he didn't.
But it will be a 10-yard step off, against Monroe Central.
And you could basically see the Caldwell. I think it was the defensive tackle. You could basically see his feet come out from under him because somebody grabbed a hold of him and yanked him back.
And
it's
long time Woodsfield and fans from back many years ago can remember number 82 running in the backfield one year back in the early 90s. That was Carter's dad, John Knowlton, who was a very good running back. And John will tell you he can still outrun both his sons.
Ha! Yeah. I hear you.
But that's a 10-yard step off. That's something that changed this year too, Bill, is that holding call, which a lot of times was 10 yards from the spot of the foul in the backfield. Now it's 10 yards from the previous line of scrimmage, but first and 20 Seminoles.
All right, Tucker Howe back in the shotgun formation. The snap, the give. Straight ahead, that's Tucker Howe with the football. Nice fake there to number 24. That was A.J. Rudder. But then Howe took off right up the middle of the field. Nice gain to right around midfield. It's still going to bring up a second down, right around 16 to go for a first down.
Yeah, only about 4 yards, but nice ball handling there, on the play fake.
Had me fooled. I was following the back.
But first and 20, get some positive yards. We're inside 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter here. Caldwell is in control with 35-8.
All right, Tucker Howe up under center this time.
Again,
Knowlton
a little bit of late setting up by the offensive set.
Knowlton is the tailback. Howe with a fake to the fullback, looking down the field. Nice catch by his brother. That is number 7, Cooper Howe. I'll tell you what, that's pass interference by number 16 for the Redskins. That's Isaac Cool.
That's 37-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that's a nice comeback to the football by number 7, Cooper Howe. Good job there by the receiver to come back to pick up that football.
Maybe those boys have done that in the backyard many times.
I'm thinking that maybe a time or two.
But we'll get the signal here. We're not
sure yet, but that's sure what it looked like.
And then now they'll go down and start, and we do get the signal, pass interference against Caldwell. If you and I both saw that as pass interference, then it had to be pretty obvious.
It was, and I'll tell you, like I said, again, a great job because Cooper Howell still made the catch. He came back to the ball even though he was being held. And so that's a legitimate gain there for the Noles.
That's a 37-yard pickup there for that Caldwell number first down. That puts Monroe Central in the opportunity to score here. First down now at the 14-yard line.
Biggest play of the game for the Noles. Here's Howe with the football. He's being chased. He's going to load it up and get it out of the end zone.
He threw that ball away.
Yes, he did. He saved himself about a 5-yard loss, I think.
But he had good pursuit on him, and somebody had a hold of him, but he threw the ball out of bounds there in order to save the down, basically, because it was going to be about a 5-yard loss and a sack. So now you'd much rather have 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line than 2nd and long.
This drive, I believe, keyed by the fact that they're getting the ball now to Carter Knowlton, number 82. And a big play there by number 7, Cooper Howell.
Just a little bit
nice catch.
Yeah, just a little bit of variety.
Knowlton, the tailback again. Howell is up under center. The snap. The give straight ahead. Knowlton's got it. Makes one man miss, and the second guy does not. He's going to pick up 2 right around the 10-yard line now.
Morocco, I think, was on the tackle there for Caldwell. Pickup of a couple. If I called that right.
I'm not sure. It might have been
about 12.
72. Might have been 72. Wyatt Williams, maybe.
That could be, yes.
Easy to get those, and we've talked about this. Redskins wearing their red jerseys with black numbers, a little harder to read tonight. So, kind of makes my personal preference those black jerseys with the white numbers. That's just me. So, the red jerseys are a good look.
Third
I'll
down.
make any mistake about it.
Inside 2 minutes now, 3rd down. That's time left in the 3rd quarter.
Tucker Howell, the quarterback, in shotgun back, throwing it into the end zone. He's got a man out there. Touchdown.
A.J. Rudder.
Rudder with a nice catch. And wow, he had some room. He was back there pleading for the quarterback to throw him the football.
A nice drive there by Monroe Central.
That's a good response, and that's going to make the score 35-14, looking for the Noles to go for 2.
Coming at 1:48 left in the 3rd quarter. But just when we talked about Caldwell trying to get to that 30-point advantage for a running clock, Monroe Central comes back and scores a touchdown and cuts it down to 21, and they'll go for 2.
Hey, backyard kind of a backyard brawl type rivalry. Here's Howe trying for 2, guns it across the middle of the field, passes too high, no good. So, nice looking touchdown pass as number 1 Tucker Howe finds number 24 A.J. Rudder in the back of the end zone. It's going to make the score Caldwell 35, Monroe Central 14. 1:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Guernsey County Sportsman Association banquet on Saturday, September 9th. There will be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, September 9th at Jurassic Park. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $15 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Forward kickoff by the Seminoles, and that's exactly the kind of drive that Monroe Central needed, Jeff.
Yes, they've had 2 really good possessions tonight, but you're not going to win football games against really good people with only 2 positive drives on the night. But yet, from a confidence standpoint, to know that you can drive down the field and score against a good defense. Yes, you're down 35-14 if you're Monroe Central, but a couple of nice plays enabled them to get down the field and score.
All right, 35-14. Caldwell still has the lead. And look, they've got the hands team up.
Anticipating an onside kick.
No doubt about it.
Barnesville now leading in the 3rd quarter over New Cumberstown, 41-0.
This time he squibs it over the head of all the hands team, and the ball is going to fall dead there. Nice job there. I think that's Wheeler picking that ball up. No, excuse me. That was not. That was number 28.
That's Bender.
Yeah, that was Cale Bender picking the football up. Nice job there by Cale. He does it all, doesn't he?
Let me give you a couple of scores real quick here. Also, Blair now leading Shadyside 29-12 in the third quarter. Meadowbrook leading Crooksville 24-21. That is now into the fourth quarter.
And looks like New Philadelphia has defeated Cambridge 9-0.
Shenandoah 15, Buckeye Trail 14, third quarter.
Okay.
And Harrison Central 36, Union Local 6 in the third quarter. River 39-0 over Magnolia in the third quarter.
And we're at 35-14 Caldwell here over Monroe Central. Let's just make that our Sioux Snowed State Farm scoreboard update. Here's Cale Bender back passing for the Redskins down the middle of the field. He's got a man. Nice throw, nice catch. That was a dart down there. That's Hurlin.
Hurlin once again.
Defensive back was right on him, but Hurlin pulled that ball in and held on.
There's a flag on the play. And that's in the middle of the field there where you normally think holding.
Yeah, it's going to come back. You are right.
And that ineligible receiver downfield.
Okay.
That was my second choice. And that's a little bit unusual because that was a straight drop back play.
That has to be an alignment problem.
You know, that just, no reason for a lineman to be downfield there. So that's a 5-yard step off on Caldwell. Caldwell's not had a lot of penalties tonight. I've only got them for 2 penalties.
Yeah, 1:39 clock rolling, so that's going to make it first down now and 15 to go for the Redskins. They've got a 35-14 lead, so at this point, Redskins want to run some time off that clock. Bender in the shotgun formation. It's Wheeler back there with him, I believe, in the backfield.
Low snap.
Oh, they're going to run a screen. Here's a pick! And it's number 20 for the Seminoles. Is that Dalton Phillips with the pick?
Dalton Phillips.
Yeah, Dalton Phillips 20. And he picks, it's a pick six. Wow.
That's going to be about a 20-yard return for the touchdown. Wow.
Great play there by Phillips. And don't look now, but here come the Seminoles. They're back in the football game. That's going to make it 35-20, 1:10 left. And great job that time, the Redskins trying to set up a screen, and Cale Bender short-armed it a little bit. Phillips swooped in front of the receiver, grabbed it, returned it for 20 yards.
Senior linebacker
yes,
there in Dalton
smart.
Phillips. And now all of a sudden, 35-20.
Pick six.
Hey, don't go away.
All right, 2-point conversion. Tucker Howe in the shotgun, the snap. Howe fakes the pitch, goes straight ahead. He's fighting for. No, I don't think he quite made it.
No.
He is no good. Wow, run fails. But 1:10 left here in the third quarter. A quick pick six by the Seminoles. That's going to make the score. Caldwell 35, Monroe Central 20. Don't leave us now. We got a football game. We'll be back with more right after this.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
We're back at the fairgrounds getting ready for that Doan Ford kickoff. Seminoles making some noise here, 35-20. 2 quick scores by Monroe Central. They've got into that Caldwell lead.
2 touchdowns in 38 seconds, Bill.
Cale Bender back to receive the kickoff. Straight ahead.
There was a huge block laid out right there, and Bender's able to get the ball back across the 40.
Yeah, somebody got laid out. Yeah, Bender gets it up all the way to the 44, but yeah, the whole crowd went, ooh.
And again, I could not tell who was there as I'm watching the ball. I heard the crowd reaction.
Somebody got pancaked, let's just put it that way.
But everybody's up, so no injuries or anything there.
Yeah, everybody got up and is playing football, but wow.
Good field position there for Caldwell here now at the 43-yard line. And really, the playbook's got to be open now with just a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah.
We're still in the third quarter.
I'm thinking right now they go back to that playbook where we're trying to run the football. We want to run time off the clock now. Still a 2-touchdown lead for the Redskins. Bender in the shotgun formation. Wheeler's back there with him on the left side this time. The snap, the fake. Bender's got it straight ahead. Kale ducking, spinning. He gets ahead to the 42-yard line, so that's a short gain for Bender.
And he was wrapped up there by Dalton Phillips. About a 3-yard pickup for Bender.
Yeah, those two are becoming quite close. I'll tell you something right now. Great pick. Great pick six by Phillips.
But we talked about that, as a senior linebacker, just read that screen, and I'm sure that the Cale Bender never saw the linebacker as he tried to throw that screen, and he made the play, and the result was a pick six from Monroe Central.
Well, I'll tell you what, most of the Seminoles bought the screen because they were running hard in on Cale Bender, but not Phillips. All right, here's a little swing pass out to Wheeler, and one man misses. He cuts it upfield, still running. There's another flag. I think that's a face mask.
Nope, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. Caldwell did pick the ball up, so that was the beanbag. Croc made the play there on the...
Ethan Croc picking it up, and thank you. Good call there, partner.
The orange beanbag the officials throw looks very... And we also do have a flag there, I think. So
I think there is
we're both right, Bill.
I think there was a flag. I thought I saw the flag come out. Let's say it is holding against Monroe Central, I think. So, yeah.
No, he pointed. I think he initially pointed the wrong way.
Yeah,
there's a hold against Caldwell. But that could have been disastrous on the fumble if Croc had not made the recovery, because obviously if Monroe Central recovers the fumble, they decline the penalty.
So that's going to move Caldwell all the way back to their own 35-yard line. They need to get into Monroe Central territory right around the 47 for the first down. And that's going to do it for the third quarter, Jeff. Oh, wait a minute. Officials waving. There's still 4.5 seconds left.
I'm not going to guess. I've been wrong too many times this year already.
Yeah, I'm not sure the crew knows. They're trying to confer here. Let's see if they start the clock again. And
yes,
they do. They start.
I don't know if there was question whether the clock should have been running, but it was a running play, so it should have been. And now,
there we go.
Now we're at the end of the quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter play officially. And score after three. Seminoles, couple quick touchdowns. They're back in it. The score: Caldwell 35, Monroe Central 20. We'll take a break and we'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Ken and Robin Perkins will guide you through the process of making arrangements. Phone McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home of downtown Caldwell at 732-4223, or their web address is mcveigh-perkins.com.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Fairgrounds in Caldwell, Ohio. Having a good football game here tonight between Monroe Central and the Caldwell Redskins. 35-20. We started this third quarter. It looked like Monroe Central was out of it, but two quick touchdowns got the Seminoles there back in the ball game.
And Monroe Central fans right now are thinking, that touchdown on the last play of the first half by Caldwell. Yeah. That may end up being the difference maker.
Can't take that one off the books. Redskins with the ball. Here's an in by Herlin. Quick slant, and he's going to have the ball up to right around the 45-yard line. That's going to make it third down, right around 3 to go, so that's pretty makeable. Let's make it the 44-yard line. So
I have Bender now with 11 of 17 passing in the game. Very, very efficient. That being Herlin's third catch.
2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Been intercepted once, and it was costly.
I think I did not mark that interception down, so we'll call him 11 for 18.
Shotgun formation, straight ahead by Bender. He's got some room. He's on the right side. He's got to cut it back. He's got speed. He's down to the 35-yard line. Great job by Cale Bender as he weaves in and out right on the hash there, the right hash.
It's about 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, he's fast too.
I now have Bender with 10 carries for 73 yards, and he's been very efficient passing the balls getting up close to 200 yards passing. So, nice night here by Cale Bender.
Shotgun formation again for the Redskins. Caldwell Lumber first down there on the Monroe Central 35-yard line. Long count. The snap. He's back. Guns it to the inside. That's Hurlin. This time, Monroe Central's all over him. That's going to be a pickup of right around 5 yards. Boy, I think Hurlin got shook up a little bit that time because Monroe Central, that quick slant, they were ready for it.
I think Hurlin and Knowlton also may have both paid the price on that. But
Hurlin in particular because he's down. He's down on one knee. Now he's up. Got his hands on his knees. He got rung. He got rung up.
Pretty good collision there.
It was good, and a good clean hit. That's one of those pass plays where you catch the ball, put it away, and you look up, and there is the opposition right up in your grill.
Again,
the hit's coming.
We've seen it a couple times tonight. The Monroe Central defensive backs are playing off. Hurlin has run that quick slant for positive play a couple times, and it's 6'3". It doesn't have to be a great throw. There, you throw it up high where only Hurlin can catch it, and Bender's been right on the money most of the time when he throws the ball. Take away the interception return for a touchdown on the screen.
They're going to send Hurlin to the sidelines to let him shake some of the cobwebs out. Knowlton's still in the game, but he was the guy on the other end of that too. Bender in the shotgun formation. Single back to his right side, and one of them moved early. I think it might have been Wheeler for the Redskins. Let's see what the call is.
It is a procedure penalty against Caldwell.
10:26 left here in the football game, 35-20. That's a fairly big penalty. It's going to make it second down, right around 9 to go. Redskins in Monroe Central territory. A first down here would really hurt the Seminoles.
As a coach, you're always looking for things to work on. Okay, remember, it was 35-8 Caldwell, but now Monroe Central has scored twice. Caldwell's hurt herself with a couple of penalties.
Yep.
Had a fumble, which they did get back. But, some things there that Coach Ruckers is going to be not very pleased with here in this second half.
Old Mo definitely wearing a gold helmet, I'll tell you that right now. Straight ahead, that's Bender. He's got some room. He's going to cut it back. He's down inside the 20-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. No flags on the play. Caldwell Lumber first down. Cale Bender finding some room on that right side, Jeff.
Yeah, I have him over 80 yards rushing now as, here in the second half, especially he's up at about 50 yards on 4 carries in the second half. Again, you don't like to run your quarterback a lot, but when he's one of your better athletes out there, he can get you positive yardage most of the time. That's 11 carries, that he has, and Wheeler have for 13 carries.
All right, Bender in the shotgun formation again. This time I think that's maybe Van Fossen there on his right side this time. The snap. Quick slant inside, got a man down there, nice catch, and they get a hold of him, but it's going to be a nice gain on the play. I think that's Wheeler.
That's Wheeler. He's down to about the
10
or 11 yard line.
Let's see where they mark it. It might be a Caldwell Lumber first down, maybe a little short. They're going to give him the first down, I think. Let's see, the chains haven't moved. I'm waiting for those chains to move.
It's at the 10-yard line, so it's first and goal.
Okay, all right, straight ahead. Here we go. That's Bender with a keeper. He's going to try it. He's down inside. There's a flag on the play. Touchdown, Bender, but let's see what that yellow flag's all about. That probably is holding.
And, again, to me, that looked like where the flag was thrown was far enough behind the play that the hold was not necessary for Bender to get outside and score.
Let's see what the call is.
But I'm almost certain it's going to be a holding call because the Redskins are marching back.
This time it wasn't that noticeable as to what happened. So Probably a good call, but it's going to cost the Redskins 10. So take the 6 off the board, move the ball back to the 20-yard line.
And they did put the chains down, so that possession started just outside the 10, so Caldwell can get a first down.
Yeah, they've got him stretched out. I didn't think that he had enough to make it first and goal, but the chain gang wasn't ready.
But it is first and 20, now from the ball at about the 21-yard line. Just under 9 minutes left in the game, 35-20 Caldwell.
Long way to go for the Redskins for some points. Shotgun formation, Bender back, looking, doesn't like what he sees. He's going to tuck it under, run, makes one-man miss. He's down inside the 10. He's to the 5. He's going to score. Touchdown, Cale Bender. Oh, goodness, what a run. That was a broken play.
Well, he was sacked in the backfield.
He was.
To get away. 22 yards, we're going to call it. That is Bender's third touchdown running. He has 2 passing.
That is just a super play athletically, because I'll tell you what, they were all over him.
But an athlete at quarterback, once he broke away from the initial wave, then he was able to get outside, and we're going to see Peffer again. He's, I think I got him 3 for 3 on kicks thus far.
41-20, 8:51 left here in the ball game. 22-yard run by Cale Bender. On a broken play, Pfeffer's kick is up. It is good. 8:51 left in the ball game. The score, Caldwell 42, Monroe Central 20. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Hey football fans, Laborers, Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
And we are back here at the fairgrounds. Cale Bender, 22-yard run, and he puts the Redskins back up by 22 points. Seminoles have to be heartbroken. They had him pinned in the backfield, and he just made a great play to get away.
And Cale's getting close to 300 yards of total offense in the game. He's having but 108 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 200 passing. I'll add those up here momentarily.
Pfeffer with the kickoff, 8:51. This is the Doane Ford kickoff, and there's a little pooch kick. Not going to let one of the receivers handle it. It's going to roll out of bounds, so that will give Monroe Central the football. First and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
The flag comes flying in there late. I think that's just for the ball being out of bounds.
That's for the ball being out of bounds. That's what it is.
And it went out of bounds inside the 30, so that's the second time tonight that the Caldwell kickoff went out of bounds. Monroe Central will put the ball in play at the 35-yard line.
I really don't think that Coach Rucker wanted to give the Seminole defensive backs or the returners a chance to make some kind of a play. I think now it's like, hey, let's keep the ball in front of us. Let's eliminate the big plays. All right, first down on the 35-yard line. I trust my defense.
I'm just trying to add up real quick. I'm thinking of Bender may be over 200 yards passing to go along with his 100 yards rushing.
He's had a great night.
Solid game, but by your senior quarterback, and that's what you need out of a senior.
Well, yeah, and I mean, they look every bit like a playoff contender. And like you said, they've got a ton of weapons. Just a lot of people who can handle the football. Here's Tucker Howe, the quarterback, got some pressure, looking, doesn't have a receiver, is going to run up the field, is going to pick up a couple yards, but that's a good play to avoid a loss is what that is. I think that's going to be a no gain on the play, so second down and 10 for the Seminoles. 8:42 left in the game, 42-20. Caldwell with a great drive to basically regain control of this football game. Seminoles had scored twice, and we're back in the game.
Yeah, we've had a couple of really nice drives here by Caldwell at key times in the game. But again, when you have veterans on offense, that can happen.
All right, here's Rudder with the handoff, and he's going to cut it back up inside. Not much room. Good job by the Redskins to force that play back up inside. Gain of right around 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go.
Might have been Devin McKee may have been the tackler that came up and made that play.
Boy, Howell needs a 1st down here in a big way.
By my count, Rudder's been limited to just 20 yards rushing here in the game on 6 carries.
They've done a good job with the running attack. On the flip side,
Monroe Central just about 100 yards rushing for the game.
Monroe Central, if you take away Cale Bender's scrambles, they've done a pretty good job with the running game.
But it only takes one big play to dictate things, and the play clock was running down, and Monroe Central gets a timeout.
And I think that they have 2 left. That's their first timeout here of the second half. So 7:51 on the clock. Wow. How one drive can change a game. That's a great drive by the Colt. That may be our drive of the game, Jeff. I'm not sure yet. We've got to talk about our drive of the game, player of the game, and our play of the game. So all those things considered, we need to start marking down some things, and I have a couple of ideas, but game isn't over yet, so we have to wait until the final gun before we make those decisions.
No, that's it. There's been several candidates for those different things that we need to do at the end of the game on that. A couple of nice drives at crucial times here by Caldwell.
Great comeback here by Monroe Central.
I'm still good on the play of the game. I think.
I think I am too. I think we're probably on the same page on that one. But here we go. Tucker Howell, the quarterback, in shotgun. He's back. He's looking, rolling. Now back across the field. He's got a man wide open. That looks like Knowlton. No, that's number 88. That is Landon Leidick.
And a couple of flags at the spot of the tackle.
That's probably going to be a face mask. Yeah, he's coming off with no helmet, so I think that's going to be a face mask, and that'll add to that play. Nice job there by Leidick. Let's see what the officials say here now.
And the officials are talking. We had 2 flags at the spot of the tackle.
They're going to head back to the official now.
And now we'll get
little conference on the field. Officials huddling up.
And I think the 2 officials who threw the flag are in discussion now, and the white hat, which is the head referee here, just is waiting until they determine. Was it 2 flags for the same flag penalty, or was it 2 different penalties?
Let's see what the call is. I think it's going to be face masking on the Redskins. Let's see what the call is. I think they yanked his helmet off.
And now one of the officials over talking to Coach Chance Rucker. And, I thought we were going to get the signal there, but we're going to talk some more.
Here we go, personal foul against the Redskins. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it wasn't a face mask, but Leidick ended up at the 30, and that's going to tack onto it. That's going to take the ball down to the 20-yard line. So a huge gain there for the Seminoles as Leidick makes that catch, and yards after catch, and then a penalty after the play is completed.
Well, that's a nice job there. You're the rolling right, and Leidick went out to the left. That's a long throw across field there by Tucker Howell. Nobody there. That's about a 30-yard pickup plus the 15 or so on the penalty. So that takes it all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Seminoles not quitting here. 7:39 left in the ball game. 42-20. Monroe Central with the ball in Caldwell territory. Long count. Howell's got the low snap. Going to get it out. There we go. That's number 82. That is Carter Knowlton. Knowlton with a short gain.
And another late flag.
That's going to be on number 14, I think. Let's see what the call is. I do believe that's, boy, hate to see that.
That's going to be a dead ball foul. The play, and he may come up, made a nice tackle there. That is Gavin Leake, who had an interception earlier.
Yeah, when you hear the whistle, you let the guy go.
But, there was no gain on the play.
Yeah, and that's a personal foul against Caldwell. It's going to take it down to the 10.
That's going to be a half the distance penalty. And I tell you, Caldwell, I think that might be about 5 penalties on Caldwell in the second half.
Yeah, and they've just picked up 2 in a row. That's not good.
And, and Coach Chance Rucker over there, he is fuming.
Yeah, he's going to have a few things to say.
This is first down now. Ball's just nose inside the 10, first and goal.
7:07, Tucker Howe up under center this time. I formation, the snap. Straight ahead, that is this time number 24, that's Rudder. And he's not going to go too far.
He's got swarmed under there. He's going to lose a couple of yards.
No extracurriculars this time. Good job by the Caldwell defense to shut down Rudder and turning back inside and make the tackle.
That's going to be second down goal now from the 12.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Cooper Howe in with the play, gives it to Brother.
Clock running, excuse me.
6.5 minutes left in this game.
Yeah.
42-20 Caldwell.
Here we go. Tucker Howe back in shotgun formation again.
2 receivers right, 1 left.
The snap. Man and man, there's a man in the corner, and nice catch! That's number 82. That is Carter Knowlton with the catch and the touchdown.
12 yards.
Carter Knowlton, getting him back in this football game, has really given the Seminoles a shot in the arm. I'll tell you that right now. The more he's touched the ball, the better things have gone for Monroe Central.
42-26. I think you made the point. You're good there, Bill. It's this Monroe Central team, having been down, looks like you're completely out of it twice. Have stuck right in there and made some plays, and
back they come. They will not quit.
Stayed competitive. Going for 2.
Howe, the quarterback in
this
shotgun.
is going to be all kind of flags on this play.
It's good. It's a catch, but I think that's going to be on Monroe Central.
Monroe Central had 2 men in motion at the snap, and that's an easy call, there. But somebody was going in motion to the left, and somebody was going in motion to the right, and
somebody got their wires crossed.
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So now the Seminoles will go for 2 from the 7-yard line. Yes, so the pass was complete. There was a 2-point conversion.
I think everybody on the Caldwell sideline just stopped because there were whistles and flags everywhere.
But that is an illegal shift on Monroe Central.
So as you said, ball back now at the 7-yard line, and of course the Seminoles are still going to go for 2.
Little tougher. A little tougher to try for 2 here. Logan Powell in with the play.
Keep an eye on 82. Where is Carter Knowlton going to be?
That's a nice catch on that last throw for the touchdown. Knowlton able to, threw the ball up there. Howe did, and Knowlton was able to react and make the catch.
Twins right, twins left.
Little low snap.
And he's out there, and that's a catch. No. That was Rudder, the intended receiver. Nice job by the defensive back for the Redskins. Still trying to get a number on that man. Doesn't matter. Points no good. 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter. The score: Caldwell 42, Monroe Central 26. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
Welcome back. We're at the fairgrounds. 42-26. Caldwell getting ready to receive that Doan Ford kickoff. This after a nice long Monroe Central drive, and Seminoles won't go away, Jeff.
Well, that's a couple of times here tonight when it looked like Caldwell is taking total control of the game and going to salt this one away. Monroe Central has come back with a couple of nice drives, plus a pick 6 for a touchdown, and they're hanging in there. I mean, it's still a 16-point deficit with just 6:08 left. So it's one of those games where you're thinking, well, Caldwell's still in control, but yet you'd have trouble convincing Coach Rucker that he's in control.
Well, and, the Monroe Central offense showing some signs of life. Low line drive kick. Fielded there. I think that is that Hurlin? Yep.
Yes, Hurlin.
And it's kind of good. He got his bell rung earlier, but he's back in the ball game, so that's a good sign for Redskins fans. You don't want to lose Alex Hurlin.
Gets the ball out to the 39-yard line. And now Caldwell wants to work on the clock.
6:02 left in the ball game. A nice long drive. At least a few first downs here, and you want to keep the ball on the ground and keep that clock rolling.
But, I would not rule the pass out of the game at this point.
Well,
either.
they've shown they can throw. You have to respect. You have to respect it.
Over 200 yards passing.
Yeah, Wheeler straight ahead. Right. Flag at the end of the play. Let's see what the call is there.
But quite a few flags here in the second half. I think we're going. I think the initial signal may have been holding against Caldwell, and that's several holding calls against the Redskins here in the second half. And that's just on a straight running play. That's now let's wait and see. Now the officials are talking. Dylan Wheeler, one of the captains, up talking to the official. And again, we're waiting for that signal. We've done quite a bit of waiting for the final signal here tonight. Personal foul face mask. Well, against Monroe Central.
Okay.
Well, if one official started to walk the wrong way.
Yeah, and
I thought I saw a holding signal earlier, but it must have been a personal foul.
You have to give Monroe Central a lot of credit. They have not had many penalties, but that one right there hurts a little bit. Of course, any 15-yard penalty is going to hurt your cause, but 15-yard penalty, that's a Caldwell Lumber first down via the penalty for the Redskins. 5:57 left in the ball game, and Caldwell now in Monroe Central territory at the 46-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 45.
Yeah, move it up a yard. That would be from the spot of the foul. It was a 1-yard pickup there by Wheeler, which now puts him up to about 50 yards for the game. And Caldwell, they were huddled a long way back there. They went to their huddle before the penalty was marked off now. So first down at the Monroe Central 45-yard line.
Shotgun formation. Cale Bender, one running back to his left side. So Van Fossen drops the ball now. He picks it up. He's got a seam. He's going to take it all the way down to the 35-yard line. Boy, Van Fossen was juggling that ball when he first got it, and then he put it away and shot straight ahead for a nice gain. 10 yards, that's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down. 5:21 clock rolling here in the fourth quarter.
That's 4 carries for Van Fossen here in the game.
He's kind of sneaky, isn't he?
Just a junior.
He gets low, he's not very big, and he's hard to find.
Now's when your senior quarterback with the clock running will start looking at the play clock and will let it run down as much, and that's the value of a veteran quarterback now.
Yeah, been there, done that, seen it. Here's the snap straight ahead. That's Wheeler. Wheeler is going to have probably around a 4-yard gain down to right around the Monroe Central 29-yard line. So 4:45, clock continues to roll here. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Redskins. They want to run some clock.
Yeah, possession of the ball. Points would be a bonus, obviously, but just possessions, no mistakes, and let that clock run down. 42-26 lead. Caldwell. Now we're at 4.5 minutes on a moving clock.
Cale Bender in the shotgun once again, and Dylan Wheeler back on his left side.
And Bender standing and watching the clock. Now the play clock inside 10 seconds.
The snap straight ahead. Wheeler finds a little bit of a seam. He's got some room, the 20, and he's going to carry his man all the way down to the 15-yard line. Nice gain by Dylan Wheeler. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down. Redskins now threatening once again.
I'd like to tell you who made that tackle, Bill, but the tackle was right behind the pole.
It was, yes. One of the great advantages and disadvantages to doing the game here in Caldwell is the fact that you've got that roof over the fairgrounds grandstands, and sometimes that pole gets in the way.
Well, our viewers on YRP TV there on YouTube and Facebook had a pretty good look at that, I'm sure.
They did, but I always tell our cameraman, I said, hey, don't worry about you get behind the pole. It's a fact of life here. Straight ahead, Wheeler, he's got a room, he's got a gap, he's going to get into the end zone for 6. And I'll tell you what, nice run by Dylan Wheeler. But the Seminole defense, they're getting a little tired, Jeff.
Agreed. That's, veteran offensive line, big line there, able to do some things. And that's a nice drive there. Capped off 16 yards run by Wheeler. And that puts Dylan Wheeler up over 80 yards rushing for the game.
He's had a nice game.
Yeah, 3:28 left in the game. Now puts the lead back to 22 points.
Snap, the give, straight ahead. Wheeler's got it, trying for 2, and didn't make it. Good job by Monroe Central. They stand him up, and it's no good.
Yeah, the official runs in there and signals it was down, so Wheeler comes up a little bit short.
48-26, 3:28 left in the ball game. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
When a loved one dies, the remaining family members are oftentimes overcome with sadness, grief, confusion, and stress. If you are burdened with planning a funeral, let the experience and compassion of the McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home staff ease the difficult situation at hand. Ken and Robin Perkins will guide you through the process of making arrangements. Phone McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home of downtown Caldwell at 732-4223, or their web address is mcveigh-perkins.com.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
And we're back. Chaz Pfeffer putting that ball down on the tee, getting ready for the Doane Ford kickoff. 48-26. Redskins over the Seminoles. 3:28 left in the ball game. Back and forth, Jeff. I'll tell you something right now. Cale Bender and company, pretty tough to stop, but you've got to give them. Monroe Central has really worked hard to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, the big deal is offensively, Caldwell doing a nice job. That's probably going to put them in the neighborhood of 400 yards of total offense for the game.
Low line drive kick by Pfeffer. And they don't be able to down that. They're going to say it's a touchback. Boy, he touched that before.
Once the ball, it doesn't matter if it's touched. If the momentum of the ball carries it into the end zone, it's dead automatically. You cannot run it out in high school football.
So Cooper Howe is kind of saved by the bell there on that one as the new rules help him out just a little bit. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seminoles on their own 20-yard line.
Now, if the ball had been rolling and if he would have kicked it as he's picking it up and the player forced it into the end zone, then it would still be alive. But when the impetus of the ball carries it into the end zone, that's an automatic touchback in high school football.
See, there's a reason you're here, keeping me straight on all these rules. The rule changes just, oh, my goodness.
I'm not sure if that's a change.
Yeah,
it probably maybe at one time it was, but
I was watching that Caldwell Waterford game, and Mike Palaziak was talking about the fact that face guarding is actually legal in high school football. If you put your, you can do face guarding in high school football. In college and the pros, you can't do that.
And Mike Palaziak is on top of it. I would never disagree with Plaz.
Yeah, and he is. He's kind of the rule king. So
we're going to get a timeout here by Caldwell. We'll see here. 3:24 left here in the game.
We see some backups, maybe?
Possibility here. Caldwell may work a few people in.
I think Ethan Kroc has been the backup quarterback, so that'll tell us a lot. I've seen him take some snaps this year.
We'll see what, the problem is here, if you go to a full JV unit defensively here for Caldwell, with Monroe Central still with their first offensive unit, that opens the door then for Monroe Central to get yet another touchdown on the board. But yet you'd like to get some of these kids on the field on Friday nights. They put a lot of time and effort in since the middle of the summer.
Well,
and they deserve to play on Friday nights.
And not just that. You want to get them some experience in games.
And you've got quite a few out here. I would say this is a full JV defense.
I'm seeing some different names and numbers out here. I am. Tucker Howe still the quarterback.
But Monroe Central has some different personnel in also here in the backfield.
Okay, that's a good thing. Tucker Howe still the quarterback. No, it's not. It's number 7. It's his brother, Cooper. And that is number 22. So we want to get that Preston Vinegar.
But Monroe Central also now, and that may have been why Caldwell called the timeout. They identified that Monroe Central was putting some second string, some JV kids in, so they made the move also. And
like I said, I like this. It's an end of. I know it's an end of game type experience, but it's experience. You're in front of a crowd. You're playing. This is varsity football.
Yes, Monroe Central will say, well, I'd like to get another touchdown on the board here. But you've got 7 more games to play.
Exactly.
And you don't want one of your key people getting hurt in a game with 2 minutes left that you're down 20 points.
So Cooper Howell, the quarterback now, and he's going to pitch the ball out. It's going to be a little loss there for the Noles as they drive him back to right around. Let's see where they mark that at.
It's Vinegar again as the ball carrier. He's going to lose a couple of more yards.
Now, I do think they'll probably bring Tucker Howe into punt. Usually, you don't have you have a backup punter, but usually you use that first string punter.
A lot of cases, even when you have your JV group in, you bring your first group back on special teams. You're exactly right on punting, so that would probably happen.
But we've got a third down play to execute here yet, so you never know. We may get a chance to see the arm of number 7, Cooper Howe.
And we'll get a whistle here. Monroe Central's going to spend a timeout here at 1:53 left in the game. 48-26 Caldwell.
They've still got 1 left, so 48-26, as you said. And want to talk things over. Again, another opportunity to work with your young kids, giving them some varsity experience. This is all a positive thing right here.
It's all a part of a process by both kids. As I said, these kids are on the field now. Yes, they're younger kids, they're JV players, and they've worked just as hard through July and August as anybody else. They deserve to get a chance. I'm not sure if there's a JV game coming on Monday. Monroe Central did play a JV game a couple of weeks ago for the first time in 10 years. So I'm not sure if there's a JV game scheduled or not, but that still doesn't replace getting on the field on a Friday night.
And that's something else. I believe that Monroe Central's in a conference now. I'm trying to think of what was the
Mid-Ohio Valley League.
Mid-Ohio Valley, and I think Caldwell's going to join next year.
I think they are in. I'm not sure effective when.
I think it's next year. I think they are in.
Looking at some scores, Shenandoah leads Buckeye Trail 23-20.
Wow,
that's still in the fourth quarter.
Tight game. How about Barnesville? That was a blowout. Oh, here's a running play by the Seminoles. Man breaking some tackles. That's number 3, Evan Knowlton. And Knowlton gets out to right around the 20-yard line.
Little original line of scrimmage.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I think now, and here comes Tucker Howe. He's the punter. So as we talked about, you're going to see some of the first string special teams back in the game.
Fort Fry playing a team from Canada tonight, leading 28-24 in the fourth quarter.
That's interesting. Team from Canada.
Coming all the way to Beverly. River 52, Magnolia 13. That's not yet a final.
How's Barnesville doing?
Bellsville has beaten 100 14-8. St. Clairsville beats Wheeling Central 60-24. Barnesville beats previously undefeated New Cumberstown 41-0.
Cambridge falls to New Philly 9-0.
And Belair, after trailing early to Shadyside, wins 42-12. That must have been real early.
Yes.
Indian Valley beats Cambridge.
Was that Indian Valley tonight?
I've got Indian Valley 45, Cambridge 7 here.
Okay, I was using ScoreStream. I must have had the wrong week up.
Connaughton Valley, a future opponent of Caldwell, defeats Strasburg tonight, 20-14. Martins Ferry has won tonight over Lancaster Fisher Catholic.
Well, it looks like Crooksville beat Meadowbrook.
This says Meadowbrook 24-21. Meadowbrook final.
I thought they had Crooksville tonight. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what it has here.
Oh, I see. You're right.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
25. I see 24-21. You're right. Yes, sir. Now, you know how to read it. I don't.
Well, and we're at the mercy of those scores being. I've seen many times. I've given a score on there and found out later that the wrong score is on score screen.
Hey, and that is your Sue Snowed State Farm scoreboard.
But that punt now where Caldwell with 49 seconds remaining will put the ball in play at the own 28-yard line. So
I don't know if they'll take a knee, but I'm looking for a running play.
Yeah, one or possibly two plays in, and that will be it. An impressive win by Caldwell. They go to 4-0 this year. They play Belpre next week, and Belpre is really struggling there. Monroe Central, will, after 3 straight road games, will be at home next Friday night against Buckeye Local. I did not see a Buckeye Local score on there, and they were winless entering tonight.
Yeah, I think that game against Belpre, I don't think we have that on the air for Caldwell, but I would be looking, if I was one of the parents, I'd be looking for the second string and the JV to be playing quite a. Belpre's having a tough time right now. They're struggling.
The officials have chosen not to penalize Caldwell here, who had 14 players in the huddle. A couple ran off there.
Isaac Cool, the quarterback.
And he takes a knee.
Hand the ball to the official, and yes, I think the men in the striped shirts doing the right thing, saying, you know what, this is pretty much in the bag.
According to the play clock, they would have to do that one more time. There's about 3-second difference.
And they're going to have them do that. That's a good thing. So let's see, I think Isaac Cool will take one more snap for the Redskins and takes the knee. That's going to do it. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ball game. Final score, once again, here it is, Caldwell 48, Monroe Central 26. We're going to take a quick timeout, add up some of the numbers. We'll be back with a wrap-up right after this.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Celebrating a decade of deliciousness, Patty's Place has been serving home-style cooked meals since 2013. Indulge in their homemade pies daily and enjoy breakfast served all day long. They're open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page for daily specials, conveniently located between Bell Valley and Caldwell on State Route 821. Come on over and satisfy your cravings at Patty's Place.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports. Are you looking to spruce things up in your home? At Boyd Precision Painting, they specialize in painting and refinishing kitchen cabinetry, bath vanities, trim doors, household furniture, and more. With years of experience and knowledge of the improvements in technology to use the highest quality coatings to assure chemical and physical resistance and longevity. Give your home an updated look at an affordable price and call today for your free consultation, 740-581-BOYD. That's 740-581-2693, serving Southeast Ohio and surrounding areas. Go Redskins!
Hello, this is Brian Chandler from Chandler Monuments. Every monument tells a story, and every story deserves to be told. Stop in and let our staff at Chandler Monuments help you create a lasting memorial for your loved one. We are the largest, most affordable monument dealer in the area. Our outdoor showroom provides you with the best granite at the best pricing. Contact us today at Chandler Monuments, 740-732-1311, or visit us on the web at chandlermonuments.com. Creating enduring memories, Chandler Monuments.
And welcome back to the fairgrounds. Caldwell Redskins coming away tonight with a nice 48-26 win over the Monroe Central Seminoles. But Jeff, I want to emphasize this as we enter into the Patty's Place post-game report. This was not easy tonight.
No, at halftime, people's been with us all night there. Caldwell scored right on the last play of the half to go 27-8. Scored on the opening possession of the third quarter. That put the score at that time at
27-8.
Yeah, and then early in the third quarter they went up 35-8. But Monroe Central come back with, some touchdowns. But Caldwell kept bounding back. A lot of positives both teams. A lot of offense tonight. 48-26. Once again, Caldwell offensively just had a few more weapons than Monroe Central and put together nice possessions. This is a very nice Caldwell team. They're 4-0 because they are good, and as we said earlier, their schedule during the last half becomes more difficult. But it would appear that they're up to the task. As they have a couple of their future opponents, Barnesville and Fort Fry in particular, that are having really good years. But Monroe Central, a gallant effort. The score might be a little deceiving, in a way. And Monroe Central comes back home next week. In the next couple of weeks, they have games that are definitely winnable. And for Monroe Central fans listening, on that, get out next week at home and watch this team play on that, because they are doing some things good and they need some support. But Caldwell, I believe that's an away game next week down at Belpre.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game for Belpre.
And they'll be home then in 2 weeks with Connaughton Valley and then Barnesville the week after that. So, we're 4 weeks into the season already, and it's hard to believe, but the time goes fast. But this Caldwell team is a very good team.
No doubt about it. They are a very, very good football team. Hey, let's recap some of the stats that you've got over there real quickly here as we wrap this football game up.
Okay, for Monroe Central, again, their touchdowns tonight, they got I'm looking at Tucker Howe had a touchdown in the second quarter, and then Rudder had a touchdown. Phillips had an interception return, and Knowlton had a TD catch for their touchdowns. But Monroe Central for the game, I have them for 70 yards rushing. Leading rusher is Tucker Howe, 10 carries for 54 yards. A.J. Rudder, 7 carries for 18. Dalton Phillips, 3 carries for 9. Carter Knowlton, 2 carries for 23. So they had 70 yards rushing. And I had the Seminoles for 131 yards passing on 9 of 14. Carter Knowlton, 4 catches for 19 yards. Landon Leidick, 2 catches for 50 yards. Phillips, a catch for 14. Rudder, 1 catch for 11. And Cooper Howe, 1 catch for 37. So a total of 201 yards of offense tonight from Monroe Central. They ran 40 plays in the game. But for Caldwell, over 400 yards of offense in the game. I have them for 212 yards rushing. I have quarterback Cale Bender with 12 carries for 108 yards. Dylan Wheeler, 17 carries for 86 yards. And then also Jared Van Fossen added 4 carries for 24 yards. So I have them for a total of 212 yards rushing. And I have them for 208 yards passing. 13 completions and 20 attempts for Bender. He was intercepted once. I have Hurlin with 4 catches, 79 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Kroc, 3 catches for 28 yards. Wheeler, 4 catches for 47. Parks, a catch for 11. And Petrie, a catch for 43.
Nice catch, too.
And that was 208 yards. So I have the Caldwell Redskins at 420 yards in 55 plays. They did a lot of really good things offensively. And when you talk about our drive of the game, they had several candidates, but they always bounced back every time Monroe Central looked like they were sneaking back into the game.
Yeah, let's get into some of that right now. I want to recap the scoring real quickly here. Redskins had moved out to a 14-8 lead after Monroe Central taking an 8-7 lead with that 2-point conversion on their first touchdown. Caldwell had a 14-8 lead. What nice long drive down the field by the Redskins. It was capped off 4-yard Cale Bender run, and that made it 20-8 with 2 seconds left here in the second quarter, almost to halftime. Actually, Monroe Central took the ball, punted it.
1:15 was left on the clock on the Bender touchdown.
So then Monroe Central took the ball, 2 seconds left, they downed it, and the play of the game basically, and we do want to mention that this is our play of the game brought to you by King Carpet and Swim Away, Pool and Spa. The play of the game, 2 seconds left in the second quarter, approaching halftime. And the Redskins throw a bomb down the middle of the field. Great catch by Alex Hurlin. It was really the play that changed the game. Touchdown, 58-yard touchdown.
And that made it 27-8 at halftime. But those 2 touchdowns within a minute and 15 seconds, really turned the game, because you said Monroe Central had an 8-7 lead, early in the second quarter there, but then the 3 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes and something of the third quarter or the second quarter put Caldwell in control.
Yeah, well, second half started with Monroe Central getting the ball, 3 and out. They punted. Nice long drive by the Redskins then, and they take a 35-8 lead as it was a 3-yard run, I think, by Wheeler with a 3-yard run taking that lead. Then all of a sudden, Caldwell got the football again after a Monroe Central possession, and basically Howe taking them down the field and completing an 11-yard pass to A.J. Rudder to cut into that lead, 35-14, had to try for 2. Then I think this was close to play of the game. The pick 6 by Phillips. He undercut the receiver. It was a little screen they tried to set in the middle of the field, and Phillips was laying for it, and he cut under a 20-yard pick 6, and that cut the lead to 35-20. All of a sudden, we had a football game, Jeff. It was a good thing for Monroe Central, because here they came, and they were in the game to stay. Well, then Caldwell responded with a nice long drive. Cale Bender capping it off with really basically a scramble, 22-yard run to make it 42-20, and then it was Tucker Howe to Knowlton. Touchdown pass, 42-26, and then finally Wheeler capping the game off with a 16-yard run, Dylan Wheeler, and that brought us to our final score of 48-26. Already talked about our play of the game. Our drive of the game, though, has to be that response that after Monroe Central scored their 2 touchdowns, it was that nice long drive that they had, and ending up scoring on a 22-yard run by Cale Bender. That is our drive of the game. And that is brought to you by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, our drive of the game. And we've only got one more piece of business left.
And I'll say this about, that drive of the game, too. It's a 35-20. If Caldwell comes down and has to kick the ball away and give Monroe Central the ball back at 35-20, you don't know what might happen there. But, to come back down and take control of the game back and get a 3-touchdown lead, that without question, was the key possession and key drive of the game for Caldwell.
No doubt about it. And if Monroe Central, they showed they could move the ball. If they would have gotten their hands on it again, we could have had an even closer ball game. So that was very, very key. We've only got one real big piece of business left. That is our player of the game. I don't think there's too much doubt about that. Jeff, who do you have as our player of the game?
Well, I think you have to get, and again, I don't know who has won it in previous Caldwell broadcasts, but I think you have to go with the senior quarterback, Cale Bender.
Wow, too good of a game tonight not to give it to him.
I have him with 108 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns running, and he passes for 208 yards and 2 more touchdowns. When a kid is responsible for 5 touchdowns and over 300 yards of offense, he definitely stood out tonight and made the plays that you want to see your senior quarterback do, and he played extremely well tonight, and I believe he is deserving of our player of the game.
+1 pizza player of the game, Cale Bender tonight. He gets a free medium 1 topping pizza, so congratulations. going out to Cale Bender, and it all adds up to a Redskins win tonight. Good football game, some positives for Monroe Central, but as you said, too many athletes on the field for the Redskins tonight as the Redskins come away with a 48-26 win over the Seminoles. So any final comments, Jeff?
Just, I'd say a really good football game, a lot of points. When these teams got together a couple years ago, even though the personnel was a lot different down here 2 years ago, it was a high-scoring game. It was even higher than what we had tonight. But, both teams did a lot of things offensively. Again, from the Monroe Central standpoint, that's 2 weeks in a row they've given up over 400 yards of offense and over 40 points. So I'm sure they're going to go back to the drawing board on the defensive end. But this Caldwell team, even though it's a nice win for them, as we said,
some things to work on.
They had several penalties in the second half, and some things there that I'm sure their coaching staff is not real pleased with. Yes, it's a 48-26 win, but quite a few second half penalties and other mistakes that you need to clean up as you get into the last half of your schedule.
Well, they're going to work on that, though. Hey, I want to thank our sponsors before we get out of here one more time. Patty's Place, Doneford, People's Bank, West 40 Auto Sales, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, the Guernsey County Sportsmen's Association, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Chandler Funeral Home, Flag Floors, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Laborers Local 530, WB Green Insurance, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Sue Snowed State Farm Insurance, and Boyd Precision Painting. Without these sponsors, we could not bring you the game tonight. I want to thank our crew, Bryce Haynes, our director, Gino Riley, our cameraman. I want to thank you, Jeff Stevens. Excellent color as usual, and a good job on those stats.
Well, I'd say it was a good football game to watch, and then the privilege of working with you again, Bill, after been a while.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we've done football before. This might have been our first football game. I don't know, maybe on that.
I think we've done a few.
I know a few years back we did some, quite a bit of basketball together.
And we've done some football together. But it's been a little spotty. But it's good to work with you again too. So.
Yeah. And I usually work with Mark Brown, and I didn't call you Mark a single time tonight.
I appreciate that. So yeah. Now, Brownie will tell you he's much better looking than me too. So it shouldn't be too hard to tell us apart. But hey. Thank you so very much. The final score, one more time, it is Caldwell 48, Monroe Central 26. I'm Bill Castler. Have a great rest of your nights.